All right,
Thanks,
everyone.
Lancer.
Let's go through our quick introductions again in case you're new here or missed a previous episode or whatnot. First of all, I'm Voxandra. If you're new here, welcome.
Cringe.
A little bit. Speaking of cringe, D, can you introduce yourself?
You got that. I am DiceTubers. I like tabletop RPGs and all the things that kind of tabletop RPG-ish. Jin.
Took too long past our chip. There we go.
Hi everyone, my name is Jinkitsu. I play hard video games and I enjoy TTRPGs.
Hard video games?
I would say Sekiro is a pretty hard game.
You're known
I'd
for
say
going
Dark
hard.
Souls.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, I think that.
Are you hard or are you
enjoy
going
the-
hard?
Yes.
Nice. Very nice.
Anyway, Olivia.
Olivia?
I'm Olivia Curley. I'm Cummy Vampire Mom, and I'm really thirsty for Fox Girls.
Wait, did you say cubby vampire?
Cummy Vampire
no,
thirsty
I
for Fox
said
Girls?
Yo.
No, look, Vox
that
has the cum
succubus?
chalice. Vox has the cum
Hashtag-
chalice.
There is
not
no.
me.
First of all,
Cummy
this
vampires.
chalice isn't clear like the cum chalice. Second of all, there's not cum in here. Only the blood of my enemies as I slay
can't
those
see.
evil crimson wizards that I will remove from this land. Okay, I'm in character now. We're good.
Wait,
Hey,
who's that above
can-
me?
Yeah, can we? Who's that?
Can you-
Who's that up in the picture frame? Want to introduce yourself?
It's me, Lou. I'm the flesh tuber.
The
I'm a
flesh
cool
tuber
guy.
DM.
Tuber.
I'll be leading this lot through some wild stuff.
Wild
So
stuff.
sorry.
Speaking of wild stuff, perhaps some people need a recap of what happened last time. Let's go to one of the characters, Lunith, to find out.
Where we last left off, our friends and I defeated a banshee within the basement of Priador Hall. Upon investigation, we found a secret entrance, or exit for us, that led out into the sewers. While there, Claret used some amazing magic to make friends with the guards and give us safe passage. While there, though, we did learn that these people were Baneites. They worked for Bane, for those of you who don't know. We quickly made our way back to the Rusty Anchor, where Silk destroyed the statue. He destroyed it, and out came Lannis, who was our true contact the entire time. Lannis gave us a breakdown of the political scene of Bezanter, where we learned about many of the different players within this city of thieves. From there, we were told of a couple of different ways that we could help out with these people, and we decided on going with a jailbreak to help save some of the members of the White Ravens.
You know, Jin, I knew that you were a bottom, but I didn't realize Lunith was also.
Yeah, I can.
How to play what you know.
You know, like.
All right, let's get into it.
So just as a note, pop you on over here, and you could see some of the. I guess you could zoom out a little bit, Vox. you
The
could
allegiances.
some of the folks, some of the peeps, some of the folks that you've met, and perhaps will soon meet. Let me don't worry about that. Put that away.
That away? Oh, okay.
So no, it's fine. I put it away.
Oh,
I put everything away. So as per the wonderful recap that we just got, it has been some time has passed since your meeting with Linus at the Rusty Anchor, sort of a back alley tavern here in the City of Thieves, City Bezanter. You each had sort of agreed that, yeah, we'll help with the jailbreak, perhaps not fully knowing what you may be getting yourselves into. And as those nights pass on by, come to the now, to the current. As you find yourselves walking back into the Rusty Anchor, approximately 4 days have passed at this time.
Time skip, amazing.
As you know, you guys you have been afforded rooms at this location, but perhaps some of you would choose otherwise. There are plenty of common houses and taverns and the like. I would love to take you as a patron. And just like before, it's nightfall. The door to the tavern is closed. You knock. You see a different person. They let you in. No password
I
needed.
have a random question concerning this, by the way. So, I don't have any money. I didn't come to the city with money. Do we get money so we can stay at taverns, or is that we have to pay the thing?
You don't have any money.
I've never
Go
had any
stay
money.
at the Rusty Anchor. So we'd
Oh.
love to have you here.
Nice rest in the back room of the Rusty Anchor, right?
Yeah.
Was I able to bunk with any of my intrepid allies for the last 4 days? Come on, guys.
Yo, if
I
you
would-
guys can't bunk you, I mean,
I would say if Esh was adamant about sleeping, since Lena doesn't really use her bed. Ash would-
Amazing.
Yeah.
How kind and considerate.
damn, I've been snubbed.
We could
You
all
just-
use the same room, you know.
You just
How's
have to deal
that?
with an
It'll be
elf
like
girl.
going to an anime convention.
Oh my god.
Yeah, someone gets in the tub.
Very nice.
Sure enough, you see a motley gathering down here. As you...
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm phasing out!
my God!
I can't believe you used
They found
misstep
her.
already.
They found her.
Oh
We
gosh, she
found
got
missing
crunchy.
no.
I fucking knew she'd get crunchy. I was like thinking, when is Jin gonna get crunchy now? She just did.
You're not
Amazing.
supposed to waste
Wow.
your spells on misstep that early.
Okay, sorry. It was a little mishap. I
Oh,
was very proud of
teleported
you,
in
spell.
place. You know?
Nice.
She broke herself apart for a moment there. New class
I was-
ability.
We're fine.
So-
I'm fine.
Sure enough, the Rusty Anchor, you know, your characters have become a bit more familiar with this neighborhood, with this area, and this tavern, and the sorts of people and folks that kind of come here. A seedy, sort of back alley tavern that it is. There is can't help but feel a bit of comfort here, perhaps, as there's a motley crew of all sorts of people, different shapes and sizes and races. As you look for a place to seat, you soon find somewhere to rest. As you look, this place is pretty busy, gets busy during the night. And perhaps a few moments after you sit down, you just hear some kind of tapping on the table. And you turn and you look down, and you see the first thing you see is a hat, a wide-brimmed hat. Excuse me.
Yes.
And the man looks on up, see a bushy beard, glasses, and the long pipe that he has.
Whoa,
So
this guy's
this
cool.
gnome is quite nicely dressed. And he just points at you all with his sort of long pipe. If you would please follow me.
Now, I've dealt with these types before. They tend to either be ancient wizards or hobos.
One in the
Why
same.
ever have- Often,
They are often quite similar.
it's really hard to tell. Because you'll never know if a beggar on the street was gonna blast you with magic missile. Anyways, I follow.
Yeah, I think we'll get up and follow.
I'll follow as well.
I'll follow as well. I'll take up the rear.
He shows you to one of the booths here, kind of caught in the shadows of this alley here. Nice sort of intimate space for dealings, shady dealings, or just for legitimate business.
We're very legitimate.
The gnome just kind of gestures as if it was a wand or some sort of instrument of a conductor, his pipe. The name is Pip, by the way. I was told by, and he kind of gestures with his pipe. You see Silk is there behind the bar, kind of nodding at you all. Um, the man of the house told me that you are interested in some skullduggery and righteous indignation.
I'd say that was on our agenda of things to do.
Righteous indignation?
Oh yes, yes, you'll
Hey,
find
that's me.
plenty of that here in store. Oh, and he shows you to this booth where you see three other folks sitting. Uh, one kind of shadowing the others, with the sort of built like a refrigerator, very wide, broad-shouldered, half-orcish man, scar-faced, and looks like he could eat you, and not in a good way. And sitting next to him is sort of this other balding human that's kind of short and may or may not actually be Danny DeVito. And
Oh my god.
and
Oh my god.
a gnomish and another gnomish woman who's sort of playing a game of dice momentarily. She's
damn,
tatted
she's
up
cool.
and the like.
I'm inclined to befriending Danny DeVito.
Same. Same.
And they all just sort of nod as nod at you guys, as Pip just kind of gestures. This was the lot that Silk sent for you, Jade. Is that so? Well, take a seat. Let's get to know each other.
Sounds great.
Just a little nod. I'll take a seat.
I just nod silently when I sit down.
Is Lou gonna have a Danny DeVito voice?
Anyway, I just started blasting. Sorry. That was.
Goodness. This large orcish man just sort of leans over to you, Luneth, as you sit down, and he doesn't really have a good indoor voice. He almost seems to perpetually be shouting. What's your name?
I think you died.
Voice die a little bit there.
All my life.
Sorry, I must have something in my ear. I just couldn't hear you very well. I apologize.
Okay. What's your name? I'm Grimbus.
Luna, it's a pleasure.
Is he only talking to Luna?
Yeah, just as she sits down, he
Oh, yeah,
just
okay,
kind
okay.
of immediately introduces himself to her. Yeah, my name's Hez. I'm sure you've met Pip.
Oh my god, that is him.
Indubitably,
That
of
is-
course, they've met me. And I'm Jade. So you're Luneth, and you three are...
I nod and say Ash.
Larit Lotus.
Just call me Sendry.
All right. Yeah.
You seem to be a group of adventurers in your own right. What did you need another for?
It's a big job. You see, I mean, someone around here's gotta buckle up and, get dirty when there's dirt to be getting dirty. You know what I mean?
Dirt usually comes pretty dirty, yes.
Not this kind of dirt.
So you have clean dirt.
No. I like to get filthy.
Wait.
You all are the same.
I love being filthy in the blood of my enemies.
All right.
And it sounds like our enemies are one and the same.
Hold on. Is dirt dirty, or does it make things dirt or dirty?
I mean, this is like the is water wet kind of scenario.
Many ponder that. I'm willing to submit that it is wet.
Same.
Arise, myself and my shadow! Eldritch Blast.
Thanks, Dr. Moonshadow. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Chan.
means to say is
Lou's voice completely disappears every time
Yeah.
you do this guy's
So,
voice.
Yeah, I
And
will
it's
say,
so
Lou, when you
funny
do
'cause
the
he's the
orc's
loudest.
voice, your voice like phases out.
It just fades away, which is funny because he's the loudest guy.
just a mean face appears.
Is it some kind of noise suppression thing happening, or like I just
I think so.
It could be.
Let me see. Let me go. Hacking the Matrix. What she means to say is
There we go.
Silk said you're tough, but I don't know how tough you are. He kind of points to you three.
Not tough, no.
enough to be
you're
endorsed
tough.
by Silk? Is that not clear?
That's well, Silk did.
Unless
submit
you
the
unless you
application.
distrust his assertion,
Judgment.
his judgment. If you don't trust Silk's opinion very highly, I guess you could always test us. But I think that's more of a case in which you're, I don't know, disrespecting him.
What
don't
she's trying to
think-
say is we're proficient at what we do.
I
Can
don't
use
think
my
they would want
athletic
to
check
test
flex
me
at the half orc?
inside of the tavern, invoking the power of bloodbath.
Grimbus seems to be excited when you start flexing at him. He
Ken.
just smiles and nods.
Nice, nice. I didn't have to roll for that.
No need to roll. Grimbus
Nice.
loves muscles.
Nice. I love muscle girls too.
Well, needless to say, you know, this is Silk's place and all, but he's not the only one of the White Ravens that has a say around these parts. You know, funny thing is, he didn't step forward when the boss goes missing. He sends his lackeys. No offense. It's just, you know, what's a girl got to do to get some loyalty around here? You know.
Tell me, Jade. Is your enemy also that of the Crimson Wizards?
I guess. I'm just trying to get by, and I owe the boss, and he's putting the Hall of Corrections, and you know, don't like to have a debt. You know,
No.
things are all right.
Of course. It makes sense.
Understandable.
And debts are very unfortunate to have. Yes, indeed, of course. Yeah, sure, Pip. So Pip here is he's trained in the arts, you know. So he knows of a way to get in. Are you not? Have you done something like this before?
Breaking and entering, yes. Entering this place, no.
Well, it'll be easy with Pip on our side, right, Pip? Yes, of course.
Why is that, Pip?
Because I am a master of illusion, my dear.
Of illusion, you say? This sounds like it could be useful for trying to infiltrate a place.
Yes, I do have some magics about me. You know? He turns his head, kind of looks at you, Clary, for a moment, and then looks over at Luna. Excuse me, you do have a certain sense about you, Luneth. I could almost see it. The weave has you, does it not?
It does. I spent many a year in Neverwinter studying
I'm sorry.
the ways of the weave.
I'm sorry, are you
Excellent.
saying magic casters smell in this world?
Well, I can
Oh man. you gotta
smell
take a
all
bath.
sorts of things. You'd be amazed to know. What he's saying is that he's got some magic that could get us in. Yes, but getting us out may cause a bit complications. Yes.
Mm.
Oh yeah, just kick the door down and be fine. You know, I have big boots.
He turns to you, Luna.
I have big boots.
She also has big boots. She's gonna kind of point at Sandy.
Yeah, she's got big boots too.
I know, I see her. She got big boots.
Yeah.
Tell me, are there any issues with the methods we need in order to get out of there? Any lives we need to spare? Any discretion that's required? Or is it just out by any means?
Really? As long as we get the boss out of there, I'm happy.
I mean, I do have a way we could get your boss out of there quite easily.
Oh no.
Really?
Yes.
I'm
So
all
have you
ears.
heard of this? Have you heard of this thing called an oxidized surface explosion?
I knew this was going to
I
happen.
know. I know that. Yeah.
You are a smart man if you know this. Absolutely. Wow.
You do know that, Grimness?
Yeah. It means loud fart. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Amazing.
oh,
Yeah. That's
oh.
great.
Her
What-
talking about this
what
for the
a
past 4
wise
days
man.
did resemble a large fart, didn't it?
So what we need, and I've been gathering this for the last few days, a copious amount of powders, clippings, flour, etc. And
I feel like you're just gonna blow the whole building down if you do that.
most of a building down. There's a difference.
I think that's not what we're trying to do.
It sounds more like you don't want to rescue people as you do want to blow up a building.
It's not that. It is a very efficient way in handling this. It is quick, it's fast. It wouldn't be we wouldn't potentially put ourselves at risk. You set it off, you run away, and then allow the fates as they may.
Okay. So do you have it on you? Where do you have it stored?
In these last 4 days, I've been using barrels and storing them here at the rest anchor.
God.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Kind looks around a little puzzled.
Hey, you gave us a time skip. I'm gonna say whatever I did during this time skip. I bought as much flour as feasibly possible.
With what money?
Well, I've been borrowing it off these people. Remember at the end of last session, I was asking, hey,
I
can I borrow
lent
50,
some money.
20 gold pieces?
Ooh.
So, it's 2 copper for 1 pound of flour
Oh, fuck.
and 1 pound of flour. So with approximately 20 gold, I could buy about 2,000 pounds of flour.
Are you implying that these people have 2,000 pounds of flour just lying around?
You said there was a nearby flour mill just up the street. It was not
No,
even
that-
a full day's journey.
There is a
Like
mark.
as much
There's
flour as
a.
they were able to offer, I was free to purchase.
I mean, come to think of it, Ash, there is a large thoroughfare here in the city, a pretty thriving marketplace.
Yeah.
But purchasing anything of that quantity would require going through the local enclave of the city.
You mean I can't just go to the flour mill and be like, hey, I'm willing to pay you a lot of money for
Well,
flour?
there's no flour mill in the city.
You said there was up there.
There's a flour dealer. Someone with a bunch of floral arrangements, a merchant. That brought it in on a wagon. That Luna bought the whole wagon.
I asked if there was a flour mill, and you said it was outside of the city.
Outside the city and inside
I mean,
the
if
city.
you're fully willing to rescind this and not let
It's
me
rescinded.
explore this, that's
You
perfect.
have,
All right,
you have no
all right.
proficiency in Arcana. You have no idea how to make any sort of explosives ever.
As someone that worked as a merchant, it is important to understand how businesses, the various dangers in businesses occur, including when you deal with flour, when you deal with wood chippings and wood shavings. It is a very common piece of information that like explosions regularly did happen in those kinds of environments,
Uh-huh.
and you have to take excessive precautions so they do not.
Uh-huh.
You did. It was important.
So it was rescinded, correctly.
You
If
are
it's if it's
a
rescinded, that's perfectly fine. But I'm gonna be a little ordinary about this
you are a
because it feels like you're saying there's only one solution in order to handle this quest, and I don't think that's in the spirit of the game.
Well,
I
think
just
You
don't think they
are-
have a ton of flowers sitting around. We could probably
That's fair.
blow some things up, but not the entire half of the jail.
I'm not looking for a half, just a wall.
Well, I'm not quite sure an explosion is all that needed. Don't want to call all the Thane warriors of the city down on us. Now, do we? Let them come.
I agree with him. He seems like a smart man.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't sign up for something like that, you know. This is a rescue job, not a demolition.
I think we were of the impression that we weren't going to be blowing walls down. If it's a prison and they're being held in there, who's to say that it wouldn't just collapse on them and kill all of the people you're trying to rescue?
That is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, well, so I take it that you're some sort of wizard or something. What about the rest of you three? Do you have anything that I should know about?
I am Clarice
Knowledgeable
Lotus,
sapper.
patron of the deity Bloodbath. Their power
I'm the
courses
responsible.
through my veins.
I just rub my forehead.
She just nods and smiles. Okay, okay. I like it. And I take it you know how to use that weapon over there, right? That sword?
I do know how to use this sword, but personally I prefer using it after I imbue it with the flames of Bloodbath.
Clary,
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, fascinating.
All right. What about you two then? She kind of points to Ash and Sundry.
I am an archer and knowledgeable about business practices. And apparently sapping.
Apparently.
I'm Beavis Muscle.
She nods. Well, that's pretty clear from over this end.
Nice.
So hopefully we won't have to rely too much on you and Grimbus. Knock too many doors down. Anyway, tell them the plan, Pip. As of course. I do have magics about me, like I had said earlier this eve. Illusions. Do you understand what I mean by that? Gnomish illusions, mind you.
of course. Some of the
Are they
more.
Are they instinctively more better than regular illusions?
No, they're gnomish. It's in the name.
Well, to give it an adjective means to suggest it's different from standard illusions. So what element is it different other than it being racial?
I don't know what you mean. It's gnomish illusions. It's
If
what I have it
have
written
a
in my
sword-
book.
If I have a sword and if I have a fine sword, the fine sword is obviously different from a regular sword.
But
Because
is
it's
it
fine.
But it is a gnomish sword?
If it was a gnomish sword, that's the question. If it was a gnomish sword, it would have different properties. What properties do you have that are different from regular illusions?
Well, they're gnomish, of course.
Yes, they're gnomish.
But what,
It sounds
but
pretty
what is
clear
the
to me.
What is the modifier gnomish add to it?
It means a gnome is making the illusions.
It makes it gnomish.
You see him kind of smile at you, Ash, like he's pulling your leg a little bit. He becomes very.
No, I'm more.
And then he just shrugs. Invisibility is what I'm referring to specifically. And,
Ooh.
Gnomish invisibility.
yes, it's very useful for a gnome in the city of thieves, as I've heard. Anyway, I do have this magic available to me, and I am willing to cast it upon each of you. Allow us to infiltrate inside and, well, give us some time at least.
I have a
Find the location
question.
of the boss. Yeah,
If it's a gnomish illusion, do I become a gnome?
yeah. Does that mean she becomes a gnome? Well, yes, of course. That's what it means.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Yes, and gnomes are
That
known
makes
to
a
be
lot of
invisible.
sense.
This checks out.
Both the gnomes, the female one, the male, they both kind of nod at each other, picking good. Yes.
What happens when?
When we get the boss and the boss is not
Yeah.
invisible.
Yeah, when we get it. Yeah.
Well, I guess you just I tell it. We'll need a distraction, of course.
A
Maybe not.
distraction, you say? Asha sounds like we might be able to use part of your idea.
I have barrels waiting for us in the rusty anchor.
Perhaps an explosion of some sort could distract all of them, cause them to run towards it, not realizing that the threat they face is actually from the inside of their prison. We could then catch them from behind as they try to assess the explosion, thinking they are being attacked from the outside.
It's actually a genius idea. We secure everybody first, and then blow things up.
It
Ash,
certainly adds a step to the process, but I understand.
do you think you'd be able to instruct them on how to cause the explosion using the materials from the outside while we infiltrate?
Oh, absolutely. It's very easy. You have a large pile of this, and you drop fire onto it.
Well, that means one of us is gonna stay back, and that's got to be a signal, right?
A signal.
Does any of you able to make some sort of like loud noise? Anyone has some kind of noise maker, a spell of some sorts? I've seen prestidigitation be used.
I believe I should be able to.
All right. Well, then, I got to go in. Pip's got to go in for the magic, and she kind of turns to Grimpus and heads. Yeah. I'll burn the thing. Yeah, I'll do it.
Now he sounds like Danny DeVito, so I started blasting.
Good. I like the sound that you say, Ash, but I got big boots and I want to use them.
I agree with you. You got big boots, and you have the strength to hold enough barrels to blow a wall.
Yeah.
You and I are going to do great things.
Yeah.
Plus, you might be able to crack some skulls as people run out, fleeing.
Oh, yeah. That was good. Yeah.
What did they say?
I don't know.
I agree.
Just nod and call him smart.
A very good idea, Grimbus.
Yeah. All right. Show me where the barrels are.
He just points to you, Sentry.
You come, let's get barrels.
Yeah, let's look at barrels.
Yeah. We do
It sounds
intend
like a barrels of fun.
on making the move tonight. So it's been about 3 days, 4 days. The boss has been locked up in there. You know, he's a tough nut to crack. So, you know, still sooner the better. Okay, go on, Brumbus.
Yeah, we'll get them barrels. So, how big's the explosion gonna be? How far away do I need to run? Is it instant?
Depends on how many barrels you'd like to use. One should be enough to take down, think of a barrel size, but 2 would be enough to take down 3 barrel sizes.
All right.
You get what I mean? So it depends on how
don't.
much we are able to carry.
Okay. Well,
How much do you want to bring?
Sounds like it's gonna be a large bang, and I like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it's a good distraction. So Sentry, do you join Grimbus to get some barrels from out back?
Ah, amazing.
Sure, why not?
I'll help guide. I'll help guide Sandri and Grimbus. So if each of you can carry 2, that would be great. That'd be that could take down. Depends on how big these wall, like how big of a space that we need to like blow. If it's enough to get people out, probably 3, maybe 4 necessary at tops, and that's only like a couple 100 pounds of flour. That's only. I'm really calculating this in my head right now. But we should be fine.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 barrels. The barrels themselves, perhaps you could kind of just fit under your arm. They're not enormous, like enormous barrels, let's say, but something a Sentry, as you go, you show them where it is. And there's like a storage room kind of nearby where you had met Atlantis some nights ago.
These gonna blow up big, right?
I can teach Sandri.
All right. I'm gonna take these.
He goes and he picks up 2.
Yeah.
As we walk along,
He says as he
as we walk along, I ask him. So, do you know how this works?
Huh?
I'm talking to Sandri. Sandri, do you happen to know how this works?
I'm just here to pick up barrels. I'm not sure.
All right. So I don't know if I'll be able to stay with you or if they'll want me in there. But I'm an archer, so it'd probably be best if I wasn't inside. You're more likely to be the one inside, as Grimace would say, bashing heads. So after the assistance, you can probably go in with everybody. That would probably be best with you.
Of course.
And I'll handle it. I'll handle everything outside with Grimbus here. Okay? Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
How many more barrels do you need?
Just 4 is good. Total 4.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Oh, you're back. Oh, look at that. You do have the stuff. I didn't doubt you for a moment. You see, these are legitimate individuals indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna blow now or
No, we'd have to set it when they're necessary, when they're needed.
All right. Okay, let's go. I got boots. They're big.
Snarky has big boots.
I got big boots too.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, great. Let me let's get a few more things, and I'll meet you outside. All right?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring barrels out.
See Jade and Pip leave. Grimbus just kind of leaves the kegs there, and you see them kind of gathering some things, speaking to others. Notably, Jade kind of goes over to the bar. She speaks briefly with Silk before going back into the storage area. Hez stays by the barrels, just kind of patting them awkwardly. Like he's a little afraid of them.
Kind of awkwardly.
Sure enough, you gather your own things
Yep.
as you make your way on out of the Rusty Anchor into the streets.
Yes.
Soon enough, you find yourselves kind of looming on around the corner of the streets, and out ahead, you can see the outer wall of the Citadel of Corrections. A variety of vines and the like, overgrowth grows about it. There's a singular uh, iron wrought gate as you kind of leer on out.
Mhm.
You find a sort of a place. I assume now. Do you want to? You could X out of Danny DeVito there. You don't need to show
Why would
him.
I want to exile Danny DeVito
But we
here?
like
Okay.
Danny
We love
Danny
him here.
DeVito.
DeVito's there. He's looking over those barrels. He's ready to go.
Checking things
Uh,
out.
We're all
All right.
ready to go.
And there, you guys are. Now, would you want to place the barrels kind of at the
so
walls or where?
here's the thing. The main thing we need to think about is what we want to blow and when we want to blow it, because that is a concern to think about. It's as much as I'd like to say just blow up any wall. They were saying we need to wait on a signal, and we need to know what exactly we're hitting. Are we going to hit? Are we just going to make a random explosion? Are we going to create a hole in the wall in order for people to escape out of? For them to escape out of? It means that we would need to some sort of plan as to if they were in a bad situation, where could they escape from? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yep.
So,
So you guys are
do we have
peering. What?
some sort of real quickly understanding of what the prison and the shape looks like of it?
Kind of see it on the map. It has sort of this tall gate, 18, 20 feet outer wall, sort of iron spikes at its top, a central 10-foot wide reinforced iron double door sort of entrance meant for carriages and the like, bring prisoners in and out.
Okay.
And the building itself, it's not it's not very tall. You can't see it
Uh-huh.
over the walls.
Uh-huh.
So it's, not like the centermost landmark of the city. That's like this almost pyramid-like structure.
Right.
This one is pretty flat, kind of like a flat top, and the walls, for the most part, kind of cover majority of.
Sorry, which number specifically again
3.
is it
3.
on the map? 3?
Yeah,
So I think our best bet is and what's 2?
that's the city tombs.
Oh, okay. So I have an idea. So perhaps it might be best to blow up to the north wall and allowing worst case scenario we escape into the city tombs to get out of there.
That could work.
Yep.
That could feasibly work. That gives us like because it'll be easier to lose a bunch of I can't say cops, guards, perhaps there. So let's say the north.
That would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. We'll set up
That would
quietly
just seem
toward the
bad.
north, and hopefully in a dark place where no one will see us in between.
Mhm. There's not many folks sort of out by the city tombs. The city tombs themselves have like a 12-foot wall around its perimeter. It's a stone,
All right.
like a stacked stone wall. You think in a rush you could be able to scale it quite easily. Just beyond in the city tombs, there's a variety of mausoleums and the like that are
Exactly. Yeah.
kept back there. So plenty of places to hide if need be. But you can't help but something does come to mind. What Lannis had made mention that this faction, the Thrash Pack, have been fairly active around the tombs. Not sure why during the night, so something maybe to look out of.
So we don't want to go into the tombs intentionally. That's only if things really get bad.
If things really go bad.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, with Grumbus and Sendry, you guys are easily able to move the barrels float and the like to the northern end of the complex.
Perhaps the explosion will make them think that the Thrash Pack are the people who are behind it.
Exactly. That could work.
There's, and the outer wall, there are a variety of just carts and the like, horses just kind of resting with their riders and the like. You do find a kind of a quiet, dark place to just sort of store this stuff indiscriminately at the northern end of the complex. After doing that, Hez just kind of looks at you, Ash. So, I got this lantern. If I light this lantern, I just throw it. I kick over the barrels, I pop it open, I throw it. Right?
That would work. That would work enough. That would work enough.
Well,
Preferably,
that
you
will?
have some sort of. It would work enough. Yeah. That should. Well, not necessarily kick open the barrels. That could work. It's better if you had a dry source of flame, such as a matchstick. That'd be a lot better.
I got that. I got a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah, use a matchstick. That it'll do it better because the oil can disrupt it.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Guy's gonna fucking die.
am I gonna get some sort of magic? Like, am I gonna see lights or something? What exactly is the signal again?
We said it was gonna be some kind of like magical sound, but I suppose Lunith didn't describe what sound was gonna be made.
Yeah. What's going?
Is there any sound that you think would stick out really, really well?
The sound of my mother's voice.
How about a loud goose like honk?
I can do a honk.
A goose honk? That would work.
I can do a goose honk.
Yeah. Okay.
I could test it now if you want to hear it.
Of course,
Yeah, I want to
honks.
hear it.
All right. Well, then I'll use minor illusion. It says that it can make a sound up to the audio level of a scream. So, she'll just use it and make a really big honk.
I would actually I don't think that's realistic. I think I need to hear a honk from you.
Please describe.
Like.
No, I was about to say, please describe the honk. You have to make the
immerse
honk.
us.
Yes.
I need immersion here.
Yeah, please honk.
I can honk.
Would you like me to honk for you?
Please honk for me.
All right, I'll try to do a honk here. Hold on. Ahem. Oh.
Oh my god.
Is that your... Okay, no. What? No. It has to be more like a honk. Kind of like
Honk.
I thought that was a good honk.
We got a couple of honkers in here.
I thought that was a good honk.
Was it
We got some
goosey
big
enough?
honkers in here.
I thought that was a
Honkers.
fantastic honk.
Couple of honkers. Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Honk.
Can't.
Hez is just nodding along as he's hearing the honks. He's like, "Yeah, okay, I got it. I got it.
You got it. That's the signal.
Okay.
That's
I got
the
it.
signal. That's the
I
signal.
like it. And I got it.
That's a good signal.
Hey, do you need a knife?
Do I need a knife or do you want a knife?
Everyone needs a knife. Do you need a knife? You have a knife on you?
I don't have a knife on me now.
All right, here you go. Gives you a dagger.
I'll take a knife. Is it a nice dagger?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's not a particularly well-made looking dagger. It's just like a dagger.
Okay.
Sometimes you just need
Sharp
a
enough
dagger.
You're right.
I
Stick
can
'em
create
to
my
me
own
once, will
daggers
ya?
if need be.
I suppose the bonus added effect of tetanus would be quite effective against some.
Ooh,
Yeah,
debuff,
Yeah.
nice.
stick 'em nice.
Nice.
Can I offer you a knife in these trying times?
God.
Would have been a little too on the nose if you just like offered us an egg.
No, he's offering knives instead. But you leave, Hez, he keeps the eyes on the barrels. He gave you one of his knives, so you could trust him.
Oh yeah, you
And,
could trust the guy that gives you knives, absolutely.
and so,
I
he
agree.
goes, Hez is, he's a kind of a shorter human. And, he soon finds a nice place to keep eyes on the barrels as Jade and the rest kind of wave the rest of you on over
Uh,
for the infiltration.
am I
Yeah.
staying? So I get so from what I'm hearing here, am I going in with them or?
Yeah, everyone's going in. Hez is staying back.
Okay, all right.
Hez
I
is,
trust this guy.
yeah, he gave you a knife.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, let's go in.
Give you a knife. You can trust a guy who gives you a knife. It's true.
Well, better a guy that gives a knife to your front than a knife to your back.
Yeah.
True.
True.
That's deep.
True.
That's
Like
a deep
knife
as a
cut.
knife.
We need a honk confirmation on that.
A hog formation.
Honk,
Can we get a honk
honk,
formation?
honk.
So
God.
Jade kind of leads you all away from the building and sort of on the other side of the street, maybe down the block a bit, in one of the alleyways. You have line of sight of the gate. She doesn't say much until you guys sort of get here and just kind of gestures. All right, I'm gonna wait here and wait. When we see a cart go in, that's when we start moving in. That's your cue, Pip. Indubitably, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna be real quiet, very quiet. You don't have to be quiet. The magics will conceal you plenty, Grumpus. Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't be against him being quiet.
Yeah, I could be quiet.
Show us how
Yes, you
high
can.
those big boots can be.
Save your voice for your
Exactly.
victory screams as you crush the heads of our enemies.
Okay. Yeah. I like head crushing.
Of course you do, Grumpus. All right, quiet down, quiet down. Yeah, okay. I think I see it. Yeah, right on time too. You see, they bring these carts in. It's just. And sure enough, as you gesture on out, you see this sort of horse drawn by two horses. This quite sizable enclosed carriage. There are two other sort of armed warriors that kind of are in the tail of the wagon itself. Notably, these warriors, none of these individuals bear any marks of the hand of that of Bane. But no, they don't have any of that. But instead, they bear the sigil of Thay, a right and proper sigil. But as the cart goes to the gate, and you see the gates after a few minutes or so start to be drawn open by other guards. All right, now everyone get close. And he
Getting
draws
close.
from one of his sort of
I
satchel.
get close too.
This purple greenish powder. He blows it on all of you and himself. It seems to like a gaseous cloud, chromatic, sparkling colors. Other than
Ah.
kind of being brushed with kind of dry air causing some of you to kind of
So no much dusty.
you look around and you don't feel any different. This way, quickly. The magic won't last forever now. Come on. See Pip quickly waddling on over, followed by Jade, and Grumpus looks confused.
I'm rushing.
Oh. And he starts going as well.
It's me. This is
Get
me.
in
This is
there.
me rushing. I'm rushing right now.
I'm gonna ask for a athletics roll from you guys.
What do you mean
As you're
athletics
making
roll?
your way,
A whole athletics?
Not athletics.
a whole ass athletics roll. As you
Ay,
move
ay, ay.
quickly
I don't like
as
this.
quick as you can,
I don't like this.
Character
jogging
sheet.
up the block, across the street, to the entrance.
Where'd the dice go?
Oh, God.
Where's my dice?
Guys, slow down.
Wait, does
Slow
it do
down.
work? 10. We are
I
not the
have-
most athletic.
My dice disappeared.
Store here, and I just
Make
can't
sure,
roll.
Vox, you in the gear tab, you have 3D dice enabled.
I do.
Okay.
As
Maybe
long as
it
we
was
get the
thrown
result,
off
that's all that
straight.
matters, right?
Zoomed in too far, yeah. So you guys
13,
are
5,
running,
8, 10.
You guys are running and hoofing it, Claret. You keep up with Grimbus, Jade, and Pip. Like you're right up there with them.
Nice.
But you look over your shoulder as you, Pip, and Grimbus and Jade are about to like just slide right on in. You look over your shoulder to find your 3 other companions have lagged a considerable distance behind. You're not quite sure if they're going to make it. What do you do?
What do I do?
Do you keep going?
Yeah, I keep going. I gotta keep up with this.
Gotcha. So Claret, you keep running, and you, Claret, Jade, Pip, and Grimbus, Luneth, Sendra, and Ash. You see them kind of separate from you a bit, just faster, and they kind of go in out of line of sight, and causing you 3 having to awkwardly shimmy up, or get real close to that carriage as it's sort of passing on through, trailing right behind it, perhaps.
I'd like to say that I'm not a climber. That's not part of my job description.
No one's judging you.
I have
I'm
thin limbs.
I'm tired from carrying the barrels.
Look, Ash isn't the one being judged right now. There's someone a little slower than you.
So much more. It's okay.
These
Sure
dice are not showing up.
Yeah, I'm
Showed
just,
up for
I'm just relying on the on the
Yeah.
little roll thing, like
Yeah,
the final result.
Oh, I know. I'm quite curious why it's not. Let me do a test roll right here. I'm gonna roll a random thing here. I'll just roll acrobatics real quick.
What's going on with that dice?
You think you can make a die that's always wet?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Let me reload roll 20, and perhaps there's an issue here.
What's going on with roll
One
20?
second, gamers. We want to see the dice rolling, don't we?
A couple of gamers. We need some dice going here right now.
That's important. The most important thing of tabletop is obviously dice being rolled on the table.
I bought
It's
dice
true.
literally the other week. Honestly, just
I still have my precision dice that I wish I was using.
how precise is it?
You good?
Zoki dice, whatever. Game science rather. These days,
Oh,
I have old
I've seen
game.
those.
I have old game science die. I could go on about the dice. I love them.
You know,
They're
Make a
I'd
roll.
like
pretty
You
nice.
good?
I'm gonna do a test roll. I gotta pop this out.
Roll up, roll up.
Second. Character sheet.
It's very important.
This is extremely important. I'm sure everyone would
I
agree
want
with
that
this.
immersive dice
Immersive.
action. It's asking me for that window.
Where are my
The
dice?
isn't showing up. The void ate them. Rest in peace, dice.
Oh, they
Uh,
must have gotten zapped out with me earlier.
That could happen.
You took him. You took him. That's clear. We know your game.
Well, there's a bunch of
So
exclamation points
essentially-
that just showed up at the bottom.
Well. You slip on inside, nonetheless, with perhaps a little bit of difficulty by some of you. You're just able to kind of creep on in to the what can only be described as the courtyard interior, the inner wall of the citadel here. There's a singular cobblestone path overgrown and the like, and as you enter on inside, it's very or past the wall, and no one seems to notice any of you. In fact, Luneth, Sendri, Esh, you guys are just trailing in behind the carriage, and the gates close behind you, and you can
Invisibility
see-
doesn't mean they can't hear us, right? Double checking.
I think it means they cannot hear you.
They can't hear me?
They cannot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so
no,
I
no,
would
no,
like...
no. That they can. They can.
Okay, all right.
But not.
Because I just want to double check whether or not that was included in this package.
No.
Because then I'm left to question if this place is magic. So so this place is like kind of aware of Thay, right? It's like a whole thing,
Mhm.
right? If they are aware of like Thay and magics and such, wouldn't they also be kind of I don't mean to make it
That is
harder
a
for all
funny
of
thought
us.
to have as you enter on
Because-
there.
Yeah,
Wait,
because funny thought
wait
here,
a minute.
there should be aware of Thay and magics, i.e.,
Don't they have
wouldn't they be
countermeasures?
planning out and have things such as like anti-invisibility countermeasures? Because
Hmm.
that'd be incredibly reasonable for wizards to have.
But sure enough, like these guardsmen don't seem to notice your characters as you slip on by. There's the interior here, kind of a sizable kind of courtyard that has sort of this center cobblestone road that ultimately leads to double doors, the double door entrance to the building itself. Just before the entrance is a fountain that seems to be in ill repair. It's a little,
Nope.
It's a little overgrown. There it is. Hey, we did it. We got it.
Yay.
And there's a considerable amount of overgrowth, a poorly maintained courtyard garden sorts, whose kind of macabre vines intertwine around vaguely humanoid stone statues depicting sort of robed figures and the like that just seem like they've never been cleaned, but they sort of decorate the interior here. And you're quickly sort of following, making your way past the fountain, staying close by the carriage itself until it stops at the front door. So two of the guards go in, they knock, dum, dum, dum. And there's a few moments. Nothing happens. The door itself looks to be made of some iron wrought door. Seems fairly mundane, nondescript. There's no strange arcane runes or anything like that that you could see, of course. But after maybe about a few moments, you start realizing there's like this weird effect that some of you see with your hands, starting from your fingers and from your feet, as if some strange magical force, as if you're pushing out from the surface of water. Invisibility is wearing off.
Oh man,
Uh-oh.
early, and I'm like, oh well, there's that
there we
thought I
go.
had. It came back.
Thanks for having
Pip.
that thought.
Pip kind of looks very panicked as he starts
reasonable.
looking around, and he's like, oh, and he just like mimes, he shrugs and he runs and waddles on over to hide behind one of the statues. Pip and Jade and Grumbus kind of hides behind the fountain, the center sort of fountain here.
Yes.
I'm guessing we all hide as
Yeah.
well.
I'm gonna
We
hide.
all
As they
hide
run,
as
we all
well. I'm like,
scatter.
guys, I was just thinking that this would happen.
Shut up. Let's go.
It made so much sense. Of
Shut up.
course, the
Shh. Hide.
mages.
Yes.
Just
I'm gonna
saying,
hide.
right.
Give me stealth rolls.
It's important for her that she's more right than she is safe.
Alive?
Eh, one of those.
The two guards that were kind of
Oh.
escorting the carriage, they're kind of waiting at the door. Their attention is to the door. You see the driver is just kind of, his elbows on his knees, just kind of waiting patiently. The carriage itself seems to have one singular reinforced closed door, no doubt is holding some sort of prisoner or multiple prisoners. Ash, as you're like, I knew it. You do find a place to hide behind one of the statues, as does Luneth. And Claret and Sendry, perhaps a little awkward. You're like, oh wait, you kind of hide where Grumbus is by the fountain. Till visibly you could see like this weird kind of effect kind of manifests on your body until it kind of fades in a sparkling after effect. Its invisibility wears off. The door opens. A heavy sort of, you could hear it even from where you guys are standing, maybe about 30, 40 feet or so from the entrance. These heavy sort of locking mechanisms as the door begins to open up. It doesn't slide like outward or inward. It just kind of slides like the side, like this kind of deal. And without further ado, the escort makes their way on in to the building itself. Pip seems a little wary, as does Jade and Grumbus. But Grumbus sees a time to act, and he starts running. He gets up from the fountain, and he's hoofing it. It's clear that he's trying to make it in and do something from there. Jade and Pip, they hang back. What do the rest of you do? As the door opens, the carriage is going through. The guards seemingly don't seem to notice you guys.
It does seem best that we follow after them because we're trying to get into the thing, and two, they care the most about the success of the situation, so we're gonna follow. I personally follow through.
Yeah, I'll follow through. No, like
We'll follow.
I'll kind of wave over as I'm running, hoping the other two see and come with. Like we're committing to this. We're going in.
Yeah,
We'll send it in.
yeah.
We're putting a ring on this dash.
Yeah, I'm with the team.
You do the actual dash maneuver as you run with quickened step. All really for Sendry and Claret, all sort of form of subtlety is gone as you're just trying to make it on in. But good thing you have big old Grumbus, and then he disappears. He kind of goes through the threshold, and he just kind of blinks away, and he's gone. The two of you enter on in soon after.
Oh boy.
As Sendry and Claret, just you cross the threshold, you find yourselves in darkness. There's a low light. Your heads are sort of woozy, spinning, your senses looking around. The two of you are in a jail cell. You're not quite sure where exactly you are.
Son of a bitch.
Ash, you make your way in. Pip and Jade seemingly staying back. Ash, you're there with Luneth. You're running on in. You cross on through, and you realize Claret, Sendry, and Grumbus are gone. You two find a nice place to kind of hide as you make your way on in. There's some sort of busts showing sort of head busts and artwork that's on display here in the central hall that leads into the complex. And the two of you kind of pause as you look around, and you're just
Uh-huh.
kind of hiding behind some of the stuff, and you notice it's just you two in here. And you look back at the door, and it's closing again. Pip and Jade are on the other side. They're not coming in.
Okay. That's out real fast.
By the looks of it, Luneth and Esh, the main hall kind of leads into some sort of like large lobby like area. And I'm saying it's sort of large enough for like a carriage to quite easily go into.
Uh-huh.
It kind of has this T-like shape to it. You could see it kind of bends off left and right. The carriage itself goes to the left and kind of goes out of line of sight.
I'm not sure what to do here, honestly. It's I'm not maybe I don't have the greatest picture of what exactly the issue is right now. I'm not-
It's
Hmm.
we don't have anyone else with us.
So did we get but we followed them, right?
Yes, but magical bullshit happened.
Yeah, they just
Magical
winked
bullshit.
out of existence.
Yeah, we're somewhere
Of
else.
course,
Disappeared.
Ash looks confused because she doesn't know magic as well as Lunith does here. So I'm visibly just I'm not sure what exactly is happening. And
There
this is where
must have been something that caused us to split up. Perhaps they knew we were coming, or we were not quiet enough. But I'm not sure where our comrades are. I think it would be smart to try and find them
yeah.
as soon as
I was
possible.
just thinking that these are wizards of Thay, so obviously they should have some measures against people that have invisibility on. So
Correct.
what are our notable pathways from here?
You see to your left is the main entrance that is just closed. To your right, you could see the hall kind of continues. There's no other doorways. It just kind of leads right on into this large lobby-like area. There's a variety of looks to be equipment or barrels or storage containers that are out there. It seems
And we're
to,
non-visible.
yeah, you're not invisible at this time. You're kind of
Um,
hiding behind some other. There's some artwork on display on the right-hand side of this hall that you're in. You're kind of hiding
I
behind
mean,
some statues and the like, head busts.
Ash moves towards the equipment. If there's actually like guard equipment here, she'll look at the clothes, and be like, "Hey, do you fancy yourself a guard?"
I don't think I look the part.
There's nothing like that. There's
Well,
maybe like artwork here, but
no, in the room to the right, you said there was equipment.
no. Imagine like you're in the middle of a hallway, kind of hiding behind some of the statues here of the artwork.
Yeah,
Oh,
but into
Further
the right,
down at
wasn't
the end
there?
of the hallway, it kind of splits into kind of like a T shape.
So there isn't a place with equipment and such? Because I heard the word equipment.
Yeah,
When-
down the hall. Yeah, you could see.
Yeah, let's go there.
Mhm.
If there's equipment, we could potentially disguise ourselves and not get in trouble.
And
That might be our best bet.
I agree. I am wondering if it would be. I am not very good at bluffing. So maybe you could play the part. Okay.
I can try, but with your clothes as is, it would provide difficulties.
You could put me in handcuffs and treat me as if I were to be a prisoner.
You just not want to wear equipment, and like I look or do you, it's just is
They
this
don't
a
cover-
magician thing.
No, they don't cover the ears. If there's anything I've noticed is that there is certainly an elf sticks out here.
Is
I
there
think
something wrong
that-
with being an elf? I looking quizzical.
I'm not sure if you've picked it up, but here in Bazantur, it is. You get lots of strange looks. You stick out quite a lot.
Hmm. My apologies for not noticing.
It's okay. You are forgiven. But that is what I mean. If they knew that, I'm sure they'd take stock enough of their guards to know if there is a blue-skinned elf amongst them.
You know what? That's fair. We'll if we can find equipment, I'll equip myself in that, and we'll find handcuffs for you.
Deal.
So we go down into the room where I hope there's equipment.
So you quietly move on in, and we cut back as you know your mind's racing, kind of realizing where the two of you are. Sendry in a jail cell. You're looking around, and you can see across from the row ahead of you. You see there are other jail cells. You hear commotion, some other voices, and you think the both of you could kind of hear each other, as well as a few other voices.
Do I also see what's his name?
Now, Grimbus is, you don't
Grimbus?
see him across the jail cell that you're in, Clarette. You see there's another figure that's kind of, well, actually, yeah, you could see them
I
quite clearly.
yeah.
And it's another, by the looks of it, another elfish woman who's just kind of leaning on the far end of the wall, her hand on her head. She just kind of looks up in your direction, just squinting her eyes a bit. You hear a shout. Sound of Grimbus.
Grimace.
Sounds of Grimbus somewhere further in this area, but you can hear his voice echoing, just shouting.
Is it like one? Is it like one giant cell?
Well, for you, looks like, yeah, a pretty large cell. And that's when you see there's something else in the cell with you. It's kind of sniveling by the corner. And it stands up and it keeps rising and rising and rising. Nearly 7 feet tall. This mangy fur and the like just kind of.
Do I have
Sentry,
my?
you can just kind of see. What the hell?
Do I have my
What do you
equipment?
do? Looking around, you don't seem to have any weapons on you. No.
I don't. Oh, but this Noel's trying to act all. Get
you
all
see-
really
Oh,
nice and
boy.
tall like that and everything, right?
You see him just kind of walking towards you.
As he starts to approach, I'm just looking up, looking very defiant, and then I create my new blade in my hand.
He stops.
I then light the blade ablaze in my green fire. And I say, do you wish to learn of the powers of bloodbath?
Oh my god.
The Knoll immediately moves to the other side of the room. And it gets back down, kind of on all fours, watching. Almost enthralled by. And everything went dark for you, personally.
Oh, okay.
Now
I was trying to find it.
that's bad.
Okay.
You should see it, right?
Yeah, I don't say anything.
But the Knoll kind of steps back. Sentry, you're looking around, you don't think anyone else is in the cell with you. But across from your cell, Sentry, you see this man kind of leaning on the bars. And he's looking right at you, Luna. Oh, not Luna, Sentry. As you're just kind of getting your bearings. They got you, didn't they?
This ugly
Yeah,
bastard.
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Mm. His name's Rick. What were you doing?
Trying to find a friend.
Yeah, ain't we all? Ain't we all? Oh, and another one they caught. Uh, Folks come in and out of this place. You lose track, you know?
Well, I hopefully won't be staying for long.
Oh, you got somewhere to be?
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
He just nods and smiles. He seems to have this perpetual smile about him. His face scarred, as one of his eyes are missing, or perhaps it's always in a slight wink. Claret, as you know, this knoll kind of leers away from you on the other side of the jail cell. It seems to not want to get much closer to you.
And then I see who else is in here.
Can
That's
I,
an interesting
Can
trick.
Oh, what were we saying?
That's
let's
an
see,
interesting trick. You see the half-elf woman sort of at the bars of her cell, looking at you and that green blade of yours.
Did Sandra have an idea?
I was gonna ask if I could test my might on the bars of my cell a little bit.
An athletics roll.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me.
Jacked up bar. You check out these bars. These bars.
My last athletic
Here we
was
go.
not very good. Come on.
I believe in you.
You test them
Come
out.
on. I'm
Oh,
testing out. Come on.
Oh,
I believed in
I
you.
believe in me too on this.
Yeah, Sandra, you
Believed it. The words are explicit.
kind of grab hold of the bars, and they're like, you know, they don't seem to be in tremendously good repair or condition. So you think, oh yeah, I could just shake them loose, and they actually do shake a little bit just with your strength. You shake them a bit, but they don't budge. You hear someone laughing at you, Rick. Laughing at you
Yeah.
from the other side.
Oh, I should have raged. For advantage.
What other tricks do you have there?
I let my blade no longer be on fire, and I lower it. I wouldn't call what I do tricks. However, I am well equipped, I suppose, to handle most situations. What is your name?
Tay. You got me picking bread. Can you believe it?
I can believe it. The scum of Thay who tried to oppress people. I'm not surprised.
And,
I have a random question.
Yeah.
So the packed weapon, real quickly, packed weapon has to be a weapon, a blade, something like that.
Has to be a certain weapon, yeah.
It can be
So it
different
can't
weapons.
just be, let's say, a really small blade that kind of looks like a key.
Uh,
A key blade.
I don't know if I could make a keyblade. I could make like a knife,
tiny
a
keyblade,
dagger.
Now you wish you had a keyblade manifested.
If I had proficiency with lockpicking, I suppose I could summon a knife and then try to finagle it and do things like that. I could create a hammer, big old war hammer, and just like smack the bars.
A key hammer.
But I don't know if my charisma modifier applies to bashing bars with a warhammer. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. So there are quite a few tricks I could, and that is one of the things I thought about. For now, it's a sword so that I can, you know, deal with that knoll in the corner. But
Name's Tay. And
I am Claret Lotus.
right. So are you a wizard?
Wizard? No, I once was a wizard. Those foul powers are not ones I wish to use. I serve the patron bloodbath.
Yeah, I heard.
I like this
Sorry,
attitude.
I'm laughing at a character there.
She just kind of nods. All right, well, best you keep that quiet about you when the guards come through. I've seen them take a few of us going below ground. I heard them. This complex goes deep.
Tell me, I am not here to be captured. I am here to break some people out. Explain to me, what do the guards do? How do they patrol around? Would I have a clear shot at them?
She just shrugs. Yeah? You just have to be patient. Guards move in. They watch down there. She kind of points down the hall. It opens on up. A larger mezzanine. It's where they're stationed. They'll send one of the boys down here and make sure we're all okay.
Why is there a
Yeah.
knoll over there?
Oh. I don't know.
I take
So they can talk.
much.
You hear this knoll speak? Common.
Oh.
Take much. Mine. Take.
Well, for now, you're trapped in here with me. If you want any hope of getting out of here, you won't cross me.
Take none. You know.
You will take nothing until you're out of this place completely.
It moves away from you, and it kind of stands up a bit. You see it just kind of slowly do one of these kind of nods at you.
I find it very entertaining that clearly it's extremely charismatic, and the way that's coming out is Noel deciding to listen to what she says.
Yep.
As other people are just like, what is this weirdo?
I'd like to suggest. I'd like to make a point. If we blew up the wall to this place, we wouldn't have to deal with
Just
with
saying.
a
All of
jail
we used
scenario.
explosives.
Well, we don't know
If
where
we did, would actually make this a lot easier.
we don't know where we are in here, and that explosion probably is going to come in mass. Like, it's going to become extremely handy for us doing this. So
And
you'll,
so
it's going to
cut-
get its
we-
time.
We cut out of the prison cells and somewhere in the Citadel Corrections. And you find Luneth and Esh, the two of you kind of
Yes.
Scooby-Dooing around here, creeping, trying your best to stay out of line of sight from... you could remove the null picture from... moving... you should... Do you see this? Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Moving about in the interior. Down the hall, it kind of opens on up to a sort of a tea-like lobby like area. And kind of to the left, you see the hallway narrows down. There's a few closed doors. Two of the guards that were bringing the carriage in, they break away from the carriage and they go down that hall. To the right, you see a few doors as well. Straight ahead, you could see there's a beautiful mosaic. It's this, a mural, a beautiful mural painting of these sort of these figures like giants. They stand proud with rolling robes being upheld by the ground itself, bent and disfigured figures holding them aloft. The carriage itself goes through the centermost door here in this lobby, passing on through just the rider, bringing on deeper into the complex. There isn't any immediate guards in this area other than the two that went to your left hall.
And we're headed to the right hall. So that's
Okay.
fine.
we'll just try to kind of stay out of sight while we get over there.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anyone immediately in that's in our way. So if we just go to the right hall, we'll be fine. That room that seemed to have equipment in it is I feel
This
our best
that's
bet.
that's this area.
Yeah,
Really,
so
it's mostly it's furniture, candelabras, and the like. A centermost mural, past which is like this arced doorway that the caravan is going through.
No clothes or
Um,
anything like that.
There's no crates like where clothing is, but there's some racks where you could see like um, kind of tabards noting Thayan, sort of some sort of I guess sigil on them that are just kind of on the walls nearby. That would be the closest to like an attire that you could put on. It's just a tabard though.
That's better than nothing. I'm gonna go put that on.
As you know that specifically for Priador, you could see that the sigil. Oh, that's for this Tharshan, this area of Thay.
Okay.
Real.
All right.
You
Yeah,
go
I
on
put
up to the racks, you snatch two, and you go down the right hall.
Mhm.
The guards way to your back, the left hand. They open the door, and they seemingly don't really take much time looking around their surroundings. You find that the right hand hallway leads to a centermost door, and it's unlocked, and you're able to enter in if you want.
Just for
I don't suppose we have anything like what's the word? Handcuffs for Lunith here.
No, only it's a bard you were able to kind of lift.
okay, yeah. I guess in that case, just for housekeeping, she'll probably put that on, and then I'm sure she has some random scraps of cloth or whatever, but she'd kind of do her best to like turn it into a bandana that sort of pushes her ears against her,
Hide them a little
her
bit.
head. Yeah. So yeah.
You were horribly disfigured in a magic accident.
It happens. An explosion, which you're you're experienced with.
Yeah.
The door leads down a short hallway on the left and right hand. Like it kind of leads on into this other short hallway where on the left and right hand side there's 5 doors each.
There's 5 each.
Yeah, so there's
Right, okay.
like you open up this one door and it leads to this other section where there's sort of 5 doors flanking.
You weren't kidding about the Scooby doing. Oh
Yeah.
boy. So I look towards Lunith. So what do you think happened? Do you think they were transported randomly or were they captured? Because right now we have no we don't have any clues.
It seems strange to me that they would have some sort of device that would teleport the two of them.
But not us?
But not us nor the caravan that came through.
Yeah, that's curious. And we don't know where anybody is. And if we just wander around here willy-nilly, we're in trouble. My best bet, personally, I believe, is still finding better disguises than this, but also figuring out where they are. And it doesn't seem like there's any sort of map, indoor map, a directory, an understanding of the topography.
No.
Nope, mall directory sitting in the middle of the hallway. Oh my god.
I would say it makes sense that if people were to break into the prison, they would want to see these people. They would want to find out who is trying to break into their prison. So that at least narrows it down to they should be here. Now, whether they're in a prison block or if they're in a special room where they're to be interrogated, that's
As to where they are, though, we're still lost.
Yes.
Hmm. You pick a door.
Would you say that the room they were teleported to must have some sort of magic to it?
Likely.
If
you
they
have
were
something
to
that
be.
detects it.
Oh ho ho. I do. I want to use detect magic.
I'm aware. Am I aware enough that detect magic only goes 30 feet, and I could correct her here?
You open up your senses, Lyneth, and looking around, you don't sense any immediate auras. This hallway, at least in the doors that you look, you don't sense any magics about it.
Okay. It is concentration, so it'll last for 10 minutes as we sort of continue forward.
I like give like a half bow, and they your lead.
Okay. Should we listen through
almost-
these doors?
I almost wanted to say "milady," but then I didn't want to cringe at myself.
Tip your fedora.
We'll cringe for you.
I think, yeah, we'll kind of just go to the doors, and Ash, you can take the left and I'll take the right, and we'll just put our ears
Should we
up and-
split up further?
No, it's just across the hallway. If you wanted to be that close, that's
In a hall? I mean, we could, but also there's wacky magics here. If I put my hand to the door and I disappear, isn't that a critical, I don't know, misgiving?
There's no magic here, though.
Oh, that's fair. All right, I look up to the left door. Yes.
Yeah, I guess we'll kind of just go down the hallway and listen at the doors.
You know, the first few doors that the two of you look in, first two, they're quiet. They're unlocked. You open on up. They lead on into sort of a windowless bedroom. There's a simple, single sort of bedding, chamber pot next to the bedding, as well as a looks to be a lockbox that is there in this very sparsely adorned chamber. This
You know, we do have one way out of here.
Do we know which way is north?
No. We will if you make a honky noise. We always have that avenue to us.
the individual's waiting.
I think we should secure everyone first. So, what if they were on the north wall? We would blow them up.
Well, we don't know that, and we'll know it when it happens.
Let's continue down this hall.
As soon dawns upon you, some of the doors are locked. Others you kind of listen down in. Two of the 10 doors, you could hear very notably snoring. Dawns upon you that this is a dormitory of sorts, very sparsely decorated. The rooms themselves, more of a closet than a bedroom. But you do find one, sort of toward the end of this dimly lit hall. See, there's this a larger sort of container, a chest that is here. That, of course, it's locked.
I wish we only had some kind of way to figure out where exactly they were right now. You think
All right,
you think the big one would make noises?
You hold their
Goodness.
mouth shut. I'll stab the heart. Go room to room.
When you say the big one, do you mean Grimbus? Or...
Yeah, the one that couldn't stop talking about his boots.
I'm sure. If something magical happened, he seems the type to scream and be amazed or confounded by it.
But also then there's the case here that what if whatever magic is holding them is also preventing noises? Because right now I think we are at an impasse, and I think our best bet to have some sort of clue of where to go is the South Thayan goose. Do you have a better idea? I say, raising my eyebrow.
The only idea I have would be to look at where they keep prisoners, as this seems to be where we are now, where the
Does
guards are staying.
does dawn upon you that the personal belongings of the guards may be in this dormitory.
Right.
All right,
God,
okay,
me
yeah,
too.
we can do that.
I'm just sitting here like.
You may.
Hey, look,
can-
personal belongings like a door, like I was hoping to find in that previous room.
You
Okay,
can
let's-
you
let's-
can sense the glare of claret from somewhere in this building.
I'm saying, if the personal stuff with the guards was in the last room, we didn't like, I'm just saying.
The hair on the
Yeah,
back
let's
of my
do it.
neck stands as Bloodbath stares down at me.
In the shadows somewhere, she's watching.
Let's go into one of these rooms and just steal some clothes then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, when you popped in on some of them, there's a lockbox by their beds themselves.
Oh man,
Oh.
clothes. We put them on.
Yeah, you just they're like trunks. You just pop them open, and sure enough.
Okay,
clothing.
and now we can wander around here freely. Now let's go, just like wander around and look for hopefully a jail cell.
They don't really fit either of you, but you'll make it do as you just
Make it
kind of, you have a changing montage. How do I look? How do I look? Okay, good.
I
Bar
take
over.
some additional belts from other people's trunks and use them to tighten my own clothing.
Yeah, why not?
I make sure I put on like 4 belts. Only 2 of them were necessary.
And sort of, you leave that area, kind of outfitted in kind of a traditional Thayan warrior's fit. You do have your own suit of armor that you kind of wear underneath, the clothing and the like.
Oh, you know what? This
seem
would
to
be a
fit right on in, Ash.
good time to
Luneth,
pop in.
perhaps you worry about your blue skin might give you away, but roll the dice. Let's see what happens.
Do I have like gloves? Can I pretty much cover everything except for my face?
Yeah, for the
If you
most
have
part.
prestidigitation or minor illusion, can you just like make your face look like
I
something else?
could minor illusion my face.
have a cool mask on or something.
Yeah, do they at least have like
And a hat.
do they have like hats or anything or
No hats.
like-
No, they
Shit.
do have like little like coifs. But-
okay,
so
I'll wear a coif.
but yeah,
Coifin.
why not?
Yeah, why not? We'll wear a coif.
We cut back on over to the prison cell, where several, maybe about, you're not quite sure how much time has passed. You think maybe about 10 minutes or so. Sendry and Claret, the two of you are aware that you're in the same area, maybe a block or a cell or two down from one another. You can just kind of make out each other through the bars. You could hear each other, and that's that.
Okay.
You hear a door kind of and footsteps. Thay, Rick, and the others, they kind of slink back. Tay just kind of looks at you, Clara, like, gives you like this weird kind of look, like, okay, and then it's back. As you hear those steps making their way, and sure enough, you see the armored kind of regalia of a Thayan warrior, a guardsman, pacing on into down this corridor. It sort of walks and stops, and kind of looks to its right, looking on over and seeing Thay, who just kind of smiles and shrugs, and then almost robotically turns and looks at you, Clarence, and the knoll in there. And it just kind of points a finger very silently at you, Clarette.
Uh-huh. I will walk up to the bars by where it is.
It brings itself closer to the bars.
And doesn't say anything, or?
And Luneth, what do you say? You found them, Luneth. It took you about 10 minutes or
Hey!
so. You know, Esh is down there the hall keeping watch as you went down this wing.
Will Bloodbath help you out of this one?
I loosen up a second and I say, "You were about to see her great presence before you right now. Thank goodness you said something quickly."
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
you
I
were
should have been later.
you were about to get blasted with something, by the way.
Better blast it.
You're actually about to
Okay.
get blasted with the presence of her, literally.
I'm guessing
You
we didn't
managed
really.
to find a helmet in those 10 minutes after you kind of
I
went
was so
through the dormitory.
Oh
cool.
man, I
It's a
was
little
so,
heavy for me.
I had this whole plan set up and it was gonna be so awesome.
I'm guessing we didn't find any key rings or anything like that, did we?
No, but you were able to kind of, like, there are some bits of armor that you were able to kind of cover both of your heads. Essentially, you look like that sort of image there. Like the
Okay.
other cards here. Esh, you're kind of in the ground, like in the mezzanine area.
Huh?
You see, kind of like, you know, Luneth went down the hall, and there's a few other wings in this area. The mezzanine itself, in the middle, you could see a little bit of a risen platform. There's just like this office-like section where you could see two other Thay guardsmen just like doing paperwork very quietly. They have line of sight of all the all the halls here. In your sort of scouting of the area, you know, this is ground level. Where the guards are, you know, that's where kind of you've seen guards come up some sort of stairway or something over there. The carriage itself of prisoners was not here, oddly enough. Not quite sure. Maybe it went down one of those hallways. Or maybe some magic.
Curious that
quite
it
sure.
didn't seem like anyone really responded despite capturing a large amount of people. It's either automatic and they don't care, or
Yeah, there's not a lot of guard presence here at all, other than the two that you saw coming in with the carriage driver, and the two up in the kind of the mezzanine guard post.
it just feels odd to me that no one is checking in these new prisoners.
So, Lunith, do you have a way to get open these bars yet?
Unfortunately, you don't have any keys.
Keyblade?
Perhaps a keyblade.
Keyblade would make a lot of sense right now.
Did Lunith say anything?
Because I don't think any one of us are rogue enough to actually have proficiency with keys or lockpicks.
Lunith?
Una.
Lunith?
I think Jin died.
She's dancing around.
Are you muted, Jen?
We can't hear her.
Can't hear her. Can't hear you, Jen.
The wizards have her.
Jen!
Holy fuck, I was double muted.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe
let's,
cast balance by
let's,
herself.
let's try it again. Did you find any keys yet?
No,
Hmm.
but we were gonna look for a way to make sure. Well, we didn't know exactly what predicament you were in. Have you seen Sentry?
Sentry, I think, is down a bit further that way. I don't know where the big dude is.
Okay.
I would like to look around the prison real quickly to see if we could find our allies' like equipment.
I mean, in the mezzanine where you are, Ash, you know, looking around, really the helm that you were able to find that you have, like the image there, that was found mostly in the dormitory area that you were
Yeah.
in. Any specific like keys or even?
I was mostly looking for the equipment of my allies, such as Sentry Sword.
Oh, well, there were assumedly it might be in the guard post. There's
Is that not nearby here?
yeah, that's maybe about 60 feet from where you are. It's like this big mezzanine. There's these other halls.
I'm gonna go there and check because that might be the best place. That one might have our ally stuff as well as other things such as keys.
Yeah, of course.
Also,
So,
sorry, quick question. Have we passed any windows?
no,
Damn. Okay.
everything is claustrophobic and enclosed and old, it seems.
I
Wait, hold on,
understand.
real quickly. If I think one of the elements of druidcraft is I can always know which way is north. No, it's not. Never mind.
Oh, it is? Oh, I thought it would be.
No, I thought it was. No, it's not one of those abilities. It's something else.
I think it's like one of the Outlander background features, which is basically a druid thing.
Yeah.
You have the
Yeah,
weird one.
right?
You only know where east is. Like, why?
No, that's just as
This
helpful.
still works, but why is it east? This works, but I don't get why. What's going on here? There's
Well,
no
after you
east
go
pole.
down, as Ash, you leave, you make your way toward the sort of across the mezzanine towards the guard post, kind of see what's going on there, right? Luneth, you go down the hall to this spot. Sendry, you do, as well as a few other prisoners. You can't help but do a double take as you see one of the prisoners looks like one of your. And then you have that realization, something deep within you, almost revulsion, as you see a scarred drow woman that is also beyond the bars, warily kind of looking at you, sizing you up in your outfit there. Across from her is, not across from her, across from Sendry is this guy. And it's just like,
Yikes.
hey.
I look at the drow woman. She seems. I ask her what she's here for.
Oh, sorry. No, that was that was with Luneth. Just seeing the other prisoners.
Oh, never mind.
And that's when you spot Sendry behind the bars there, Luneth. You're kind of gauging, like, okay, these people are all in here. So, okay. And then meanwhile, as you make your way up the short flight of stairs that lead on into sort of like this guard post area, the two other guardsmen just looks like two human men that are very quietly just kind of writing away on some ledgers. One of them turns to face you, sort of a nondescript human man, stubble on his face. Yeah. Looking around, you could see, like, there's keys on the desk. There's a few bits of armaments that are hung on racks on the walls here. There's a flight of stairs that lead down, sort of down some sort of lit stairway. There's a few other containers in here as well. Can I help you? You want something? Warden sent you?
Hey, are you
Hey.
muted now too?
You're talking to me? You're talking. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking to
sorry,
me?
you're talking
to
I thought you were talking back to Luneth because I'm like, okay.
I know, yeah.
I had the exact
we're
same
back
I
to
was
you.
asking,
Wait,
I was
I'm
asking
tripping all over.
earlier about the lady. I was like, oh, that's Luneth. I was like, okay, is it
Oh,
still
no.
on Luneth? I was like, I am the switching is hard to keep up with. So
It's hard
this
to
guy is
switch.
asking me.
Yeah, like you've entered on into the guard post area in the mezzanine, and there's two other guards, and they seem to be just writing on some ledgers. One of them has turned to face you. The warden sent you?
Oh no, I heard we have new prisoners. I just want to rifle through their things. You don't get first. You don't get first pick out of whatever people put in here. I very much doubt it.
You seem like visibly exasperated, like exhausted.
Yeah, it's right over there, I think.
There you go. There you go. You might, you know what I like. And I pat him on the shoulder. You can get next pick.
He just shrugs. Yeah, whatever. Just make sure if you don't go touching any of the strange stuff. You know.
Nah. I don't touch with the odd magics. No.
Yeah, you remember
I
that one
don't.
time there was a bag of eyes that came in? Yeah,
Ugh.
that's weird.
How? That must have happened before I got here. That's so weird. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll go look in.
And,
I go look at everyone's stuff.
Yeah, it's very casual. I will ask for. It'd be up to you, either a performance or a persuasion roll.
That was pretty good. Can I get advantage? Like that whole argument was pretty good.
No.
I was just like right in there, knowing how these guys. I knew how these guys work.
Advantage for role play.
Role play is pretty good.
Role play advantage.
Role playing was
Unless
right
you
in
like
there.
name dropped or which but no, yeah.
I acted like I was just part of them.
Actually, I don't think you have. So yeah, it's charisma or a charisma roll.
Okay.
As you go in, sure enough, there's a chest. There's these. It's a pretty nice, like artisanal
23.
chest with a variety of geometric symbols and like on it. You open it up, and you don't see a bottom. It's just darkness. You can just vaguely make out little silhouettes of just objects.
Was I roughly aware of the drow woman?
You know that there are a few other inmates here. You're not quite sure of the drow woman now.
All right. My main thing is because she looked roguey to me. Because this is a place of rogues, right? So a place of rogues. One of the things that must have been taken at some point must have been some sort of lockpicks.
I go
So
through
I
the
looked
shit.
not only for Sendry's things, as well as what looks to be a lockpicking set.
It's kind of race.
I was the drow to this city. It's a city of thieves.
You're darn right it is. You stick your hand and it goes down to your elbow. It's just this space. There's a chest of drawers like a bag holding. As you could gather, as you just kind of stick your whole arm down to your shoulder, and you could just feel objects and things. And sure enough, you take out Sentry's sword. Oh, that's what I was
Sentry's
looking
sword
for.
and lock picking set.
No, you don't find anything like that in there. Though you do find, like belongings that you understand would be Claret's.
Of all the people that got locked in here, including the ugly rat face guy, no one here had a pair of lockpicks.
No, you left them outside.
All of them. All right.
Danny DeVito. The nice man himself.
Man.
That's all right though. He's ready. He's ready to blow shit up.
How about things that could work like something like that, like bobby pins?
What you do? The keys are on the desk nearby the guards, and they don't seem to really.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be reasonable to assume someone might have commandeered some lockpicks.
Not in this chest, no, unfortunately not. But you just take out the stuff. You can put it by the wall next to it. Just sundries and clothes stuff. Oh, they are. Here.
I gather up a bunch of other things. Yes.
And also a pair of big boots.
I put that back inside.
The boots were confiscated.
Not Grumps' boots.
You just gonna leave his boots there?
His big
He'll be
boots.
fine. He can get new ones.
Back there.
And she doesn't want him to be equipped. Jeez, how are we gonna get out of here?
No, I was nice to him before. I'll give him boots.
Yeah, gotta get the boots are important.
Put them back, and then you're like, no, I can't do that to my man Grumpus.
Yeah, he actually supported me. He was the only one of my group that supported me in my plans. The only
Your
one.
plan to leave the guy with the lockpicks outside.
You think this isn't?
Oh wait, shit, we have a dagger. Wait, shit, we have daggers. Hold on. Daggers could be lockpicks.
Think about it.
Oh
And
man.
so,
that's you do find okay, and then you keep eyeballing that key ring there.
I do see the keyring, and I not in front of all of these people. I'm not roguey. This is outside of my skill set. So I go back to the jail cell and I look at all of them and I start whispering, "Hey, can you pick up? Hey, what can you do with a knife?" I look towards like the drow woman first. She looks like she's seen shit.
Yeah, the guards seem a little like the two of them as you just leave. They're just like, oh, they just shrug, leave it a mess. One of them mutters as they continue doing the paperwork. As you make your way to meet back up with Lunette, and the two of you kind of convene in the hall here, a few other prisoners. That's when you spot sort of this haggard-looking drow woman that just watching curiously.
She looks like she's been cut up in a scheme gone wrong at least once or twice, maybe thrice. I ask her, "Hey, what do you think you can do with a key? Like no, what can you think you can do with a dagger?"
She responds with this sort of musical, floral language.
Oh,
Do you speak
amazing.
Elven?
I do actually speak Elven.
It's thickly accented. You could just kind of make out vaguely what she's saying, but she says something that both threatens you seductively, but also agrees with you that, oh yes, I could do many things with a knife.
Okay, okay. The character is just like but the player is baby. um,
Oh my goodness.
I I make a little bit of a show and I like use my fist and I hit it against the wall, be like, "Hey, speak yeah, hey, you're could they do you think the guards down there could hear us from where we are?"
You're pretty far away. I mean, if you're speaking lowly, you don't think they can.
Okay, fine. I drop a little. I cough a little bit into my hands, like, and I drop the dagger the guy gave me, and I kick it into the bars.
She immediately takes it, puts it into her kind of robes about.
And
Very
I
excited for when she
speak
stabs
quiet-
you.
I speak quietly in Elven. If you can get yourself out there, maybe you can help my associates too.
You see her look, looks back at you. She nods once. Face back
Hey.
into the cell.
And I lean against the wall nearby and pretend to like take a nap, like putting my cap a little bit like lower on my head.
Very unsuspicious.
Unsuspicious. It's so
Right,
unsuspicious.
rifles
like-
through the
like
shit,
constantly-
walks
like-
outside the bars where no one hangs out, and then just falls
like
asleep.
constantly yelling that that bloodbath is gonna help you out is like less suspicious.
The one in the guard
No.
costume yelling bloodbath. I'm in the fucking jail. Of course I'm not suspicious. I'm in jail already.
It's kind of sus.
Did I miss something here?
Is that a breathing condition?
Sounds like a fuckboy.
He's laughing after he says everything, so I'm like, that
you,
seems like a breathing condition.
You buy that? Yeah, we buying things.
I walk away from this man.
Can I get one of those? As he kind of mutters as you continue down the hall. You hear a shout. Echoing off from someone's office. The hallway extends for a bit and then it just sort of ends. It looks to be some sort of block. Lunette, you're there?
Should we go towards the sound? Did it sound like a pained sort of?
Not quite sure. Sounds like just a shout. It's echoing off, seemingly from everywhere. What the hell is going on?
Do you guys see where the keys are yet?
I go back towards the guards. Like, hey, did you hear that noise? Can you guys go check that up? I'm still watching the prisoners.
So you go kind of at the one end of the hall, you kind of lean against the wall, you wait, and then you start making your way on out. And soon after you leave, Luneth, you just see one of the prison gates just slide open. Very quietly, like a
Amazing.
shade. You can't even hear her footfalls, just this drow woman.
She
slowly
looks at her with
comes out.
disgust.
And she kind of looks at you.
Are you gonna racist this?
And she kind of looks at
I have an
you,
obligation.
Luneth, and she kind of pauses, a dagger in hand. She kind of tilts her head. What do you do?
Luneth will just give a small nod. And then
She gestures the knife across the hall. And very slowly, she approaches the gate, and with a flick of the wrist, she starts unlocking the mechanisms.
Yes. Oh man,
Nice.
trusting
Nice.
people works out.
trusting drow. What?
When she gets to your gate, Claret, you see this elven woman, this drow woman, kind of stop at your gate, like she's about to unlock yours, and then she looks past you.
Oh boy.
And you could
boy.
hear like the breath of the gnoll over your shoulder, Claret.
Oh, boy.
Just
Yeah.
waiting.
He
You see
knows.
This woman just kind of
He knows when he's out to go straight for the guards. Isn't that right?
Shiv knows to take.
Not helping himself here.
The drow just kind of shrugs. Then she stops, looks over her shoulder momentarily as you see across the gate where Tay's prison is, and she just quietly opens her gate. The drow didn't unlock hers. Tay just kind of shrugs. You see this strange, smoky, blackish, reddish effect kind of rescend from her hand. So she just kind of shrugs and winks an eye at you, Chloe.
Whoa. Can I do an Arcana check to see if I realize what just happened?
But the drow, takes a moment like, what the fuck? And then
It says like, what the fuck was that? The dice aren't showing up. 17.
you have that like deep realization. You didn't hear any sort of somatic, you didn't see any components or anything. You just manifested magic. And there's only one way you know. That's another warlock.
Oh.
She kind of steps on.
Do
That's
warlocks
something like
not need somatic and verbal
they
components?
do, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, there's some other effect. It was an actual spell, but continuing on. The drow opens up your gate, and Shiv, the gnoll, just waits for you to leave the cell, and then, quickly makes its way out into the hall here, to have a bit of a motley crew of freed prisoners.
This is a hell of a crew of free prisoners.
Ah,
Oh my god, I don't like this guy.
The man's about 5'4", slick back, kind of thinning hair.
Wait a second. Who are you?
Wait, is he the guy we had to get out in the first
That's
place?
him.
Oh my
That's
God.
totally. I'm like, wait a second. What's your name?
I didn't like him this entire fucking time, and he's the guy we had to get out of here.
The name's Rick.
Were we told the boss's name?
You know the boss's name was Ronos.
Okay.
We're looking.
Do you know where
we're looking
Runos
for
is?
Ronos, not Rick.
Do you know of a Runos?
He just nods. Yeah, of course I know Ronos. Sorry, son of a bitch was taken on down.
Down further?
Yeah, they take the folks that appear in these cells further down below. I could hear that one screaming,
I skipped the line, it would seem.
Fox, I'm being consumed by the weave.
Oh no!
Not again!
We're through it.
Oh, is
You'll
it happening
survive.
again?
I believe in
wait,
you.
Okay, we're back.
What
we're
is
back.
with your connection? You were all saying that she was fine earlier.
Whatever. It's fine now.
I live in the fucking boonies.
It's fine now. Who
It's
cares?
okay. Mega boonies?
Yeah.
Do you know how to get down that way, or you just know that they get pulled down there?
This isn't the first time I've found myself in the halls of correction.
Can you take us there?
Yeah, but there's a few folks in the way. You working for rebels?
We can get to that later.
All right. Well,
Do you think it's time to make a distraction?
down that hall is a mezzanine. Keep eyes on us there, but only way down below is through the mezzanine.
How many guards do you think are between here and there?
They don't keep much up here, not that I know of.
All right.
I
Well,
suppose, and he just gestures towards you, Luneth, and sort of Ash, as you're far, on the far end of the hall, Ash, you're kind of turning. You're kind of blocking, a little bit. You're trying to distract, like, oh yeah, the prisoners aren't casually leaving their cells in this wing. But
Yeah, it would never happen.
Nope.
Okay, well,
What wasn't even the problem?
we should move quickly then.
okay. Did you find my stuff?
She did.
Yeah, I did.
Where is it?
I go gather and then bring it back.
It's in the guard tower.
But aren't the guards still there?
Doing some
You
paperwork.
just take a couple trips.
I mentioned that it's in the guard tower. I know where it is. However, there's a bunch of guards nearby it, but it's all out and ready for you guys.
How many guards?
2.
Let's go mess them up.
Take.
That's right. We got to get our stuff back, and I'm guessing if you have any stuff, it's up there too, isn't it?
Did you get a pet? What's happening here?
Take. Shiv.
Got to get all our stuff back, don't we?
It just kind of nods at you, just following your lead. Just like, okay.
She's like, yo,
You have a
this bitch
dog
got a
now?
flaming sword.
It's
She's
just a-
cool. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm on board.
bloodbath. I like bloodbaths.
One bath
Um,
sounds fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, I'm a 7-foot tall monster. I don't give a damn.
I'll take any
Um,
help I can get.
It's gonna help us out.
Just kind of nods at you. The drow woman just kind of, the dagger disappears on her person, and she just following, really it's Luneth and Esh that is leading, as you guys are sort of going into the mezzanine with these other prisoners.
Oh, but and before we go, all right. Here's what we should do. You guys are in guard outfits, right? You should sneak up on them, get it in there, and then we'll all jump them, take them by surprise.
Yeah, but they seem nice.
What
We
the
can just
hell
knock
are you
them
saying?
They just let me through the whole time. They were kind of friendly to me. I
These are
don't
just
like
lazy
unnecessary killing.
I just
Yeah,
look at her with my
lazy.
mouth wide, like I cannot believe what she just said.
Like they were nice and they just let me do whatever, okay? And they talked and they had friendships and they talked about how there was a jar of eyes earlier and there's like, wow, weird, and just
That's enough
look,
out of you.
Can we just
And we'll just
Hey.
knock them out.
Tay,
Well,
who's-
Tay-
you can
like
make
a prison.
Sorry,
you
all right, I go.
you have
I'm gonna
the
go
weird
find Tay.
sleeping powers. Why don't you use that on them?
What if they have
I
wives
go
and
look for Tay.
children?
I go look for Tay.
Exactly.
I go look for Tay. Lou, the half elf.
You look for Tay?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just there. Beside.
Do you need
You
to
could
collect?
see.
Oh,
If you click, you could see the little.
Alright.
There.
is it a faux pas to ask what another warlock's patron is?
A little bit.
A little
It
bit.
seems pretty cool.
Tay
Little
seems
bit.
pretty cool. All right. Well, Tay, it seems you also serve someone.
She looks at you, just kind of gives you a little smirk, rolls up her sleeve where you could see this kind of scarred sigil just on her forearm. And you're not quite sure what that is. She just kind of shows it and then rolls it back her sleeve and just kind of shrugs.
Not one I recognize, but
No, it's not a sigil or a language you would know. But she seems to answer your question.
okay. Do you have to get your stuff back too?
She just shrugs and I like it. I like to have my stuff.
All right then. Well, you asked me. My turn. What can you do?
She looks back at the drow and Rick, and then looks back at you. I have a few tricks of my own. If need be, I can make a show like you.
if need be.
Perhaps this is dragging on. I vote we just knock them out and move past them.
Yeah, let's. I'm just making sure all
Yeah,
of them
a
are
little
with us on this. All right, let's.
I'm okay with this.
All right, let's go. You two. You got your costumes on? Get in there. We'll follow in after. Get the drop on them. Try to make this clean and easy. Not make too much noise. Hopefully, it's just the two of them.
Saunter our way in there.
Hey, you can't
you
just
do it.
leave. You can't just come in here and just leave a mess and then just expect us to clean
Hi,
it up. Hey,
yeah.
you gotta.
Yeah, no, I can clean it up. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Here, could you come over here? I'll look this way and try to see. Like, I've been having difficulty fitting this one back in there. I feel really bad.
You know, there's this. It's just when they came in. You know, those damn red robed folk. They came in here. They started juicing up this plate. He says as he makes.
You're
his way
just
over
gonna
to
let
the
them
chest.
go talk
Wait,
the whole
is it just
time?
this one guy?
No, there's like just
Two of
another
them.
guy's quietly just kind of looking.
Okay.
I'm just like waiting. I'm waiting outside the door. Waiting outside the door with my sword drawn.
He's a regular dude.
That's why we're knocking him out, D. We're not gonna kill him.
Yeah. I know you. I know she has sleep. This guy.
Give me an attack roll, Bash. As
You have
try to
sleep
push him
too. It's
into the
called
chest.
knock him the fuck out.
I
Or
don't
knock
want
him
to knock him to the chest. If I knock him to the chest, he'll die in there.
Luneth, what do? You see the second guardsman that's kind of like looking a little confused.
You see Ash looking like, and she's like mouthing a no.
She's like, right behind this other guy. You know, you just make a mess. These red wizards think they could just come in here and just juice up a place and think we know what's what. And, you know, it's
Dude,
just,
and he doesn't like
Luna's
the
gonna
red
try and
wizards either.
And then
Luna's
there's
gonna
the
try and
look-
restrain the
don't get
other.
me started about the
Come on,
Loviatars in here, man. I just,
Ash, come on.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Luna
so
will
like
push
you
them
can't
towards
sleep.
the thing.
No.
give me a,
I'm not gonna stop you. I'm just upset.
I'd say either a stealth roll, Luneth, or an attack roll.
I'm
Just so you can
assuming-
be sneaking on up, and you
Okay.
do have advantage for being
I
a
have advantage.
master disguised individual.
13.
A stealthy rolled?
You
You know,
said something,
you-
right?
You creep on up to try to push him in the chest, and hey, what? Ah!
Hey!
He just disappears into the chest. The second guard, hey, what the? And he runs and he leans to grab hold of a hammer. Wait a minute! Roll for initiative, you two.
I'm so sorry.
Actually,
Alright.
I guess everyone should roll
Yeah,
initiative
because
at this point.
we're in the outside,
can
like
I-
waiting
can I
outside
get-
the
can I
door.
do- Can
Yeah,
I
you're
try to do
waiting.
one thing before initiative happens? If that's okay.
No.
Okay.
YouTubers are crying.
No.
There's no crying in
Hey, my
VTubes.
roll worked.
Oh, that's amazing.
There,
roll
added you
finally
guys.
worked.
22.
22.
You just delete my initiative.
No. Yes. It's there.
Oh, okay.
Lyneth got a 14, right? Okay. Sandra, what'd you get? There it is.
Oh, I
Wait.
didn't select my token. God damn it.
18.
I
Good
did it
enough.
again.
Don't worry about it, because your tokens were invisible. Now they're here.
Oh, yeah, there you
Woohoo!
Yahoo!
You see Luneth pushes the gun. Hey, wait! Ah! And he disappears into the chest, just into the dark, fathomless abyss. You see the other guy. Hey, wait a minute! And he goes and he grabs hold of a hammer, because that's what you would always do. Ash, what do you do?
I fire an arrow at him.
Damn!
You snap,
Trust me,
knock an
I have
arrow.
this.
He's maybe about.
Can I do this non-lethally?
Yeah, you shoot him in the leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. So, do I get advantage because he hasn't acted yet, or no?
No.
All right.
About 7 feet or so from you. You snap an arrow. You knock.
Sorry,
make
my
that
guy.
sound. That's molecular.
I'm pretty sure I hit with 26. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna help him out here.
Oh my god.
I need him to roll a charisma saving throw.
10.
I cast banishing arrow. He disappears.
Wait, what?
What the?
God.
And it's gone.
What did you do to him?
Okay. I was like, it's something I can do every once in a while. Get your stuff and let's get out of here. Also, maybe
Oh,
like I don't know.
God.
Don't worry, let's just get out.
Okay.
I don't want to
sounds
hurt
good
you
to
any
me.
more than usual.
Gather all my
Hey,
shit.
where'd the gods
Do
go?
the job.
Hey, cards go.
Oh my god,
God.
I will do the same thing to you. Watch me.
Oh, he kind of holds up his hands. Hey, I'm just,
Hey, I'm just a little guy. Hey, it's my birthday. I'm just a little birthday boy.
Hey,
It's my birthday
hey.
boy.
Okay.
you're the one with the bow and arrow. I got
Here's
nothing.
the answer to this. Y'all gather your stuff. Everyone grab a stick, and when the guy comes back in like a little moment, we knock him on the head and knock him out in one go.
You see them
So
all
everyone,
quickly grab hold of
everyone
something.
ready and attack to just hit the guy non-lethally once he blinks back in.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I call this the lynching arrow.
You standing
Oh
there
my
in that
God.
guard outfit talking about how we have to be nice to the other guards is a little suspicious.
Hey man, I
I'd
got
say
to know
so.
them. They were friendly.
You realize these other guys are about to just shank you thinking you're in cahoots with them, right?
Oh, it's fine.
Whatever. I gather my stuff.
better-
Oh, my! Shivs knocks
That's
him over the face. He hits the ground hard.
There you go.
Take.
Lynching arrow, amazing.
Oh my god. Well, that worked.
Whatever.
I
Grab
developed this
grab all my
technique
stuff.
many years ago.
Look, we got through it. Let's do the job.
All right.
And that's where we part ways. You'll find this place goes deeper down those stairs, and I'll take my leave at this point. He kind of looks around. Like I said, hasn't been the first time I was here.
You know how to you know a good way to get out of here from here?
Yeah, I think. Just gotta find the pipes. Yeah. Gotta find the pipes.
I really just don't want to hang out with
Do
him.
I see the keys?
Yeah, you see there's a key ring. There's
I'll go
some
grab 'em.
paperwork here as well. Rick just takes a few things. You see him, of course, he takes a few knives. And then, there we are. He takes out, a banjo. Whoop!
Banjo.
And then kind of slings it over his
My
shoulder.
God,
and
is he a
kinda
bard?
nods, and he
Is he a
kind of
fucking
skips his
bard?
way out of the guard room. Tay kind of turns and watches him go. The drow woman just very silently takes her things. You see, she doesn't have much. Just some like a simple sort of leather kind of vest that she kind of puts on over sort of her rags here, and notably like this Chris like blade that she puts on her side, and just wordlessly just leaves, following some moments after Rick. Um, Tay and Shiv or Skiv stay.
I'm just saying, she was threatening me with a good time earlier, and she's not gonna even go through with it. Like, that's not even cool.
Yeah, it's called being a tease. See ya.
Bitch! Fine.
Skiv doesn't go near the box. He just has that kind of hammer.
It's a big
He
old
just looks
hammer.
at you. Yeah, the hammer that one of the guards was reaching for, and he just took it and
Nice.
smashed him with it. He just looks at you,
Nice.
Claret, and just breathes. Just
I just look at the hammer, look at him, and I just nod like, nice.
and nods back. At you.
Right on.
Do I see anything important in the paperwork that's interesting, or
Looking around, you
Like,
can give an
quick-
investigation roll.
quick,
You're just
like,
kinda,
a quick one, just as I'm grabbing the keys, if there's anything on the desk that looks important that stands
yeah,
out,
really. I mean,
like an
you just
immediate
see-
thing, not a
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that you just see like notable sigils. Looks like, oh, okay. So it's like a Thayan stamp, and there's this other sort of sigil signature. It takes you a few moments, but you're kind of like, oh, wait a minute. I kind of recognize that.
Oh no, I recognize something there.
At least the just the sigil. As Jim is hardly looking through his notes real quick. Sorry, actually, do you have?
Do I have?
No. Yeah, you see sigil of notably the Red Wizards, of the Priador Thay sigil, and two other sort of sigils on the paperwork here. Notably of sort of a laughing skull like symbol, and of a sort of a tendrily whip-like apparatus. You would know those later two being some sort of religious notes.
Should I grab some of those notes? They look. Did they look? Should I just grab some, throw it in my pack,
You're like,
just in case. I'll show that to Lannis later. Anyway, grab the keys. Turn to go.
So you're looking for this Ronos fella, huh?
We are. You know him?
No?
Hmm?
You know a way out of here, or you gonna need help from us?
No. My job's not done here. I do have a mark I have to get to.
What's your mark?
My guess is that it's deeper down.
That didn't answer my question.
It's not. This. Who is it you're looking for?
I keep forgetting his name. Ronos, whatever.
Ronos.
Ronos?
Ronos.
That's it.
We're looking for Ronos. That at odds with what
Sure.
you're doing?
No?
Perhaps we can assist each other.
Perhaps.
You have to tell us who your mark is first, though.
It's a red wizard. Goes by the name of Liari.
Well, it's fine by me.
You were sent to murder a red wizard?
Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Perhaps then our ultimate goals are in line.
She just nods.
Fucking love murdering red wizards. Let's go.
After
Can
you.
I finish with the exchange?
Why not? I'm quite happy with this too.
Then let's go.
I obviously like this person now. Yeah, fuck up Red Wizard. Let's go.
And just give the knoll just simply follows Claret as you guys descend on down.
Ooh.
Can I shed these guard robes? Because these kind of suck.
Of course, if you like at this point.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
the,
at
the,
this
the
point-
chain armor. or whatever.
Well, you don't want
I'm
to
gonna
want to
get-
have another jump on people?
I'm gonna get rid of the clothes, but I will keep the 4 additional belts I procured.
God, that would have been a
That
good.
accepts.
That would have been a good costume to try to get the jump on people down there.
Is Endwalker hitting
I-
you that hard, D?
I raise my eyebrows and I look. Yeah, a little bit. I raise my eyebrows and says, "Yilden, you can put it on."
I see all the red on it, and I just grimace and keep going.
Oh man, gosh, gee golly. And I walk forward.
Making your way down the stairs, you soon begin to hear voices. Sounds like 2 voices, and they're just like bickering. You ever walk to a room and like 2 people are having a fight, and they're just, and then they quiet down as they suddenly just quiet down as you all are sort of entering on down. But you do hear that there's people in the chamber below you, and you don't have any disguises. So what do you guys do?
So there's just a room here. Any cells here? There's just a chamber below us.
No, you're sorry. The image is kind of misleading, but
Okay.
How many
more
people
for
are there?
ambience, the image itself. But you're going down
Yeah.
a set of stairs that's leading into this chamber, and you could hear there's some sort of bickering happening between at least 2 individuals.
Can't make out what they're saying.
Seem to just be arguing about something, some sort of movement of something. Not quite sure. You have like a few moments, right, as you're descending, you start hearing them.
Right. But then they quiet
Can
back
you-
down. Oh, go ahead.
Can you use that spell on them? The one you used in the sewers?
Not the sewers, the other place.
Well, that led to the
The-
sewers.
I could try to. I don't have any eyes on them though. I'm not too sure how well it'll work on them, but
I could also use my lynching arrow thing.
can I get close enough to like see them? Like, are we in the dark here or going down the
Try
stairs?
Give them a stealth roll if you want to move down ahead of the others.
I need to get
they're-
line of sight of them, so at least I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you do.
So Delph,
Stealth
this'll
roll as
go
you
well.
head on down.
This'll go really well, guys. Don't worry.
Nice.
21.
Nice.
It will go well.
Nice.
21.
Fucking broken. And sure enough, you kind of creep on down, and you see there's just there's these 2 individuals that are just, like they've stopped bickering, like they've quieted down. They're like looking, like they paused. They were looking like they heard others approaching, but then they kind of continue. But you said, they keep sort of just arguing with each other, and you see that there's 2 other people. So there's 4 in total in this chamber, and the 2 others, like the one is wearing robes and just seems to be like a young human man. It's not like he's like, oh dear.
What kind of
Maybe-
robes?
Quietly like making some notes read.
Woo.
And you see there's like another Thayan guard, like a face mask, and just you see them just slowly shaking their head as if this is a very common occurrence between these other 2 that are just.
And what do the other 2 look like?
One looks kind of gaunt-faced. Both are human. One's a man. One's a woman. The man is sort of gaunt-faced and thin and looking sort of frail, but does wear notable different clothing than the Red Wizard here and the Thayan guardsman.
you see that very same sigil sort of around as an armband of a laughing skull. The other woman wears a fairly revealing outfit of sort of fashionable yet protective leathers. And you could see there's a few scars sort of on her face, around her neck, and what of her exposed chest and thighs.
Damn.
She seems to just kind of be smiling and nodding as the other man is smiling and nodding, but they're like arguing with each other until the guy just smacks her across the face. And then, like, you see the other two just like are awkwardly like,
Monka.
yeah, like there's like an awkward air. She just laughs, starts just laughing, holding her face. She
Okay.
starts laughing.
Let's see here. There is that thing I could try to do.
I believe in you.
Shit. See, my thought process. This is the problem. There's 4 of them. One of them's like could be a red wizard of some sort. There's a guard there as well, and I could try to charm 2 of them. I might only get one of them. I don't know how well that would work, but
You're not that far away from your companions, but
all right. I guess I will try to cast it on the 2 people who are arguing.
roll it up.
I'll be right back.
Put that in chat there. I think it's just a spell save DC at 12.
Oh, you're charming. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to charm
You're
those
trying
2.
to charm both of them, and it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Wait, is it?
Okay. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. What was the DC? 12?
12.
Okay.
30.
And so you see the 2 of them just kind of laughing, and then you see the woman turn the face vaguely in your direction. Someone there?
And then
The other guy just like, huh? What? Kind of grunt looking guy. What?
all right. Before I come out, I'll kind of wave for everyone to follow and like wait here, like by the stairs. So they're ready to jump out, right?
Skiff is ready.
Give us right. Okay. And I will yeah. I'll walk out and be like, yeah, it's just me.
Oh boy.
Can I tell which one it worked on, or
not the woman?
Not
the
the
one guy just kind of like he does a, oh yeah, you. He just like kind of smiles, and she just frowns, and she kind of stands on up. I don't know who you are, and that gets the attention of the other 2. You can roll for initiative.
Of course. Oh, I was gonna say, of course you don't know who I am.
I'm the harbinger of your doom by the hand of bloodbath.
Well, I wasn't saying that yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I was gonna say something and then like try to go for either intimidation or.
Oh, you could still do that in this combat. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, at least we got one person on our side now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad initiative roll.
Do we?
Yeah, we charmed the one guy.
Think about it.
Yeah, but isn't attacking his allies, won't that break it?
Don't ask questions.
I'm
trying to get rid of these.
No, it's charmed by me until the spell ends, which is 1 hour, or until us or our companions do anything harmful to it. It treats us as friendly. So
All right.
we could murder them and they'd just be like, what the fuck? But they like us. Well, they like me.
All right.
Hey, that was weird. So anyway. Hi, so anyway. Everyone has their initiative then?
Almost.
Oh, powering up initiative. Oh! 3. Oh, 20.
20. Man, I've always had the highest initiative.
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh, let me get rid of that. Ash, you hear the commotion. Now's the time to act. What do you do?
That lady, she seemed like the other leader of this group. Yes? No?
Oh, you're muted.
Did she look like the kind of leader of this like group other than like the dude?
Lou, you're muted.
Looks like the two of them are. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the gauntlet-faced
Oh.
individual and this scarred-up woman seem to have some sort of authority. It's very visible.
Does she look like a melee combatant or like a ranged one?
She
Does she have a
doesn't
bow and arrow or
seem
a
to be
blade?
particularly muscular, but
All
she
right.
does have a whip on her hip.
Lewd.
Heyo.
I fire off a longbow.
You pop in line of sight, knocking out.
Pew! 11 to hit. I don't think that works.
You dodge out of the way.
Damn.
What the? She
Okay,
shouts out.
I'm done.
The other, the Thane guard, the robot that it is, just kind of just animates. It just suddenly moves, steps on forward, and lunges at you, Claret. With like a gaunt guy, like, hey, what the? Like he just, hey, wait, what do you? Just attacks you.
Makes sense.
Well. Looks like we got a crit.
Oh god. Rolled a fucking 20.
It did. You take 9 damage.
9 damage. Holy shit.
Just lunges and slashes at you. The guy gets on up. Now wait a minute. What are you doing? You damn. And you see his hand, sort of this gaseous green form, kind of manifests on out, and he kind of turns and twists. I command you, stand down. And the thing just suddenly stops. It retreats. It like pulls back its weapon, like almost in a standby mode. It takes kind of like a step back from you after suddenly attacking you. And as he does that, he kind of looks a little awkward, like he looks at the others, and then he realizes, wait a minute. And he turns and he starts running out of this sort of out nearby exit way.
The guard starts
and he
running?
runs out of this room. This kind of gaunt-looking guy. He looks.
Wait, which is the guy that ran?
Yeah, the guy that you charmed. Yeah.
Oh, he ran out.
Yeah. He runs out of this room. Kind of lose line of sight of him. Lynette.
So he runs away and the guard stops attacking.
Well, the guard stopped attacking you. He
Okay.
did some magic on it, on the guard to make. Oh, she's back. But and then he like realized something, and then and then he turned, scampered off.
At least I got one of them
Shouldn't
charmed
laugh.
for an hour. That's nice.
Lynette.
I mean, if shit's hitting the fan, we'll go ahead and throw a ray of frost at the lady.
Okay.
Hi-ya! Oh shit, 16. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll with advantage.
She saw the arrow being knocked and loosed at her, but not a ray of frost that makes
Hey.
that sound specifically.
Specifically
Yeah.
that sound. Boom.
I do that. 8 cold damage.
Pog.
She gets hit back with bits of its frost clinging
to her scarred form, Sendry.
Just to be clear, who is the closest to me? Is it the closest enemy, rather?
Skiv and Tay, right behind you.
Sorry, closest enemy. Closest enemy.
Oh, the red-robed individual, and well, I guess no, the guardsman, because he was right up on you guys.
Wait, the guard we charmed though, right?
No, the gaunt man,
Oh, okay.
not the Thane guard.
Okay, I wanna go after the guard then.
No.
I am going to run up on the guard, and I'm going to rage my happy ass.
Okay.
Let's see, and you know what? I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna reckless attack, and I am going to use my Great Weapon Master on him for the -5 penalty to attack and +10 damage if it hits. So I'm going all in.
Okay.
I'm gonna change this for 1 second to just +1. Where's that at? I can't do that. Oh, I can make it -5. Hold on a second. Damage bonus.
Calculating.
This should work. There we go.
Flying across. The
I think this will work. I was trying to make presets so this could be easier to do. So it should be +1. I think. An advantage. I hope this worked out like I wanted it to. And I didn't add the 10 damage to it, but it should do 10 more slashing damage.
Okay. So, be 23.
And the 4 radiant.
The Thane warrior that you smack, it kind of staggers on back, but like it doesn't shout out any pain or anything. It just kind of just takes the hit, the concussive blow of the hit, and then it suddenly shifts its stance from that of a neutral to that of a guarded stance.
Yep, and I'm hooting and hollering, crushing his ass with my long sword.
It's a very strange reaction. You're like, wait a minute. You hit him really hard. There's no.
I'm too busy being mad to even think
Yeah.
about it, because I'm just raging. Yeah. Yep.
Claret.
My turn? Okay. So after taking that horrible crit from the guard, I'm just kind of like seeing the situation. I know the guard's about to not attack me, based on what I just saw there, and Sendry's scuffling with it. So
Yeah.
my attention will turn over to the woman over there, and I will, since I'm her, I will use my Hexblade's curse on her. Curse her. And then I will... Now, the Hexblade's curse is a bonus action. And the way Green Flame Blade works is that I get to enhance my weapon and then make an attack. Does that mean I can still do Green Flame Blade attack, right? When doing the curse in the same turn? Okay, I just wanted to make sure of that. So I will curse her as I run towards her. My left hand, I'm like wincing from the pain. My left hand glows green with my eyes as I place the curse upon her through bloodbath, and my sword just ignites in green flames as I run forward to swing at her. And so I think this roll is +2 to this roll to hit because of the curse. Oh my god, it was one off the crit because it crits at 19 and 20. Oh well. Close, close, close.
Nice.
Is it 7 or do you do additional?
Well, I rolled. Why did I say 7? Yeah, it should just be one. It should just be 1d6. Okay, so yeah, it's
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2 plus 1. Yeah, it did all.
so it did the 7. The flames will jump off to some like the flames that ignite from slashing her will jump off and I guess head towards that red wizard guy. To singe him.
It'll go to the guard. Kind of the closest. The two of them are. You guys are spilling out into this room. Yeah, he's kind of off to the left.
Oh, it has to be within like 5 feet of it. So yeah.
Yeah, so like the guard's pretty close. Yeah.
Okay, so they'll singe the guard for like 2 damage. As far as bonus damage goes from the curse, it does bonus to damage rolls against the curse target. The bonus is my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So that's another 2 damage.
Okay.
So it's 9, I guess. Hi, we're getting raided by Pass the Remote. Welcome, raiders. We're in the middle of some intense combat right now in a jail cell. Well, in a prison rather.
Where else? Sure enough, you slash. She stags on back the scarred woman. You see the red wizard like panics, ah! And with a quick sort of flick and snap, there's a spark of fire hot sort of light, and he shoots out a bolt of flame in Sendry's direction. Ah! It misses. And awkwardly, you see that there's 2 sort of doors or 2 open ways that lead to left and right hand side. The one kind of gaunt-looking individual went to the right and just scuttled on off, and the one to this robed individual flings some magic and then runs to the left. Kind of bending out of line of sight. Trying to flee. The woman gritting her teeth through the pain, being blasted and slashed at. Do you need to do... I don't think this is in 5th edition. Do you need to do a concentration check if someone's in melee when you cast a spell?
No. No.
It's only if you have like a concentration.
If you have a concentration spell up
yeah.
and someone hits you,
Yeah, that's the only. Okay, cool.
that's it.
So you slash at this woman, and she kind of grits her teeth, and her kind of grimace turns into a wicked smile as she kind of reaches for that whip, cracking it. You can see this blackish, like tendrils manifest out from that whip and up her arm and across her body. And as they do, you could see that slash you had cut across the wound gets smaller until it is no more.
Mm-hmm.
As she kind of positions herself to be shoulder to shoulder with the guard, which just kind of steps 5 foot. So essentially, Sendry, you're facing right ahead of you is the guard. Claret, and to your right is this woman.
Okay.
Ash.
Okay, so how many guards are left? 2.
There's
I'll fire one
total-
of the regular guards.
Okay.
Twang! 6 damage.
Gotcha.
Clean!
The arrow thunks into the guard. It just kind of gets hit with that. It doesn't call out in pain or anything like that. Just takes it. Like a robot, it attacks Sentry. Rolling pretty high. I think that's going to get you, though, Sentry.
Yeah, it wouldn't need the advantage anyway at this point.
Yeah. Take 5. As it lunges forward, slashes. Luneth.
Huh?
I kind of like being here in the back, so I'll just launch off another ray of frost at
Okay.
the woman. Hiya! 20 for 7 cold damage.
You understand. Why do we need to, why do we need to danger ourselves? We're the back line.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got some big strong ladies at the front. It's all good.
Magic goes across
Because I'm like bleeding
the-
out.
over the head of Claret, slamming into the scarred woman who staggers back.
And
Tis but a flesh wound.
stay
Takes.
stay back a bit. Stay back a bit.
Sentry.
You know what? I'm with this guard. I'm just gonna whack the guard.
Okay.
I'm still in rage, of course. I'm just gonna whack with rage. I'm not gonna do anything else.
Okay.
Just gonna take my big honking great sword and smack it in him. Yeah, let's go. This should be the right thing. Normal roll. Oh yeah.
That's 20 and together, right?
Yep. Got my lightsaber on.
You
Damn.
defeat him. You defeat the
Damn.
guard. What does it look like?
I take my giant radiant sword glowing with my god's fury and I just whack that thing in twain.
The guard just kind of crumples on down. It doesn't shout in pain. It just collapses.
Oh, that felt good.
The radiant energies receding back into the blade. You feel the righteousness in you, Claret.
Oh, it's me again now?
It's you. You and this scarred woman.
So she took a step back as she got like the tendrils and everything?
Yeah, she looked like she healed herself, and she kind of positioned herself to be next to the guard who was just killed.
And like, so she just put her some distance between me and her, right?
Not really. No,
Not really.
no. She just took a 5-foot little. She's in your range of attack.
Okay, okay. So I was just thinking about what I'm going to do after she just did that. All right,
Yeah.
I will. I will continue to just try to swing at her.
Okay.
Is what I will do. Ooh. Ooh, is that 10 damage?
How do you defeat her?
Oh, damn. As I see her step back and smirk and it heals up and like the tentacles come out of her arm, I just then I grip my teeth and I just go, "This will not save you," as I slash forward and cut through the tendrils in her arm as they come out and then get into her chest and gash into her heart. And as she dies, I rip my sword out and my eyes just rage with green as I get healed from her life force leaving her, entering my body and healing me through my curse.
Don't see any immediate threat. Well, you know the Red Wizard and the other man ran off in the complex. You see Tay
Chase after
kind of
them?
comes in. She's holding these sort of two blades of reddish, blackish colors, look like daggers. And she kind of looks around. She nods, like okay, like nodding at you, Clara, like oh yeah, good job. And Skiv is just. You guys
I'm a little late.
yeah, they come in a little late.
All right. The wizard went to the left. The guy I charmed is going to the right.
Skiv runs to the left. He doesn't wait.
He just heads right off for the wizard.
He just runs to the left. He just
All right, if he's going off for the
the
wizard,
club in hand.
I should find the charmed guy. Maybe I can find some more information off of him.
That's when I was at the
Ash says real quickly, shouldn't you keep him on a leash?
He'll be fine.
He's a distraction.
Perhaps unleashed, he'll really be able to hammer in on the problem. Quick, search this woman. She seemed like she was important.
Cringe joke.
Mm.
You get the
So cringy,
impression
it's evaporating.
you get the impression Clary is not aware of the fact of the joke she made.
My God. Yeah, we'll kind of check things around, and yeah,
We'll just
Oh, what the fuck is happening to me?
search the woman's body. Oh no, she's burning. Oh my goodness.
Oh
Oh,
no!
I was the one who took damage. Oh my god.
Ah, it's spreading.
Is there anything important on the woman's body?
Other than other than her weapon, a whip, and notably this other sort of looks like an idol on her, kind of around her waist, made of silver. Could be worth a bit. It's of a-
Yeah. Does the whip seem magical?
by the looks of it, you pick it up. It looks like a kind of a regal looking whip. You can't really feel any magic about it. It's not pulsing.
I'm gonna take the whip and idol and throw it in my pack. Actually.
That idol's made of silver. It's like a silver dollar kind of thing.
Yeah.
Big, has this weird.
Because I'm gonna be curious about like what's on this whip and like what it means and whatnot. I'm intrigued by this.
You can always
Let's-
just reform your thing into a whip too.
Oh, I know that. But there's other reasons. Is there
Have a whip?
is there a place that we can just toss the body that like out of sight real quick of the woman, not the guard?
There's a desk. You can kind of move it under the.
Yeah,
desk
just
here.
move it under the desk so that it's out of sight. I don't want someone to see it. The guard I don't care about. My thought process is I'm gonna go try to talk to the guy and lie a little.
Tay just kind of asks, "So your pet went left. We're gonna go right after that other fella?"
I've used my powers to charm him. He thinks me his friend. I'm gonna go after him and see if I can get some information.
All right, I'll deal with the body then.
Why did he run?
Probably saw a bunch of
Yes.
people, friends of his, attacking each other, as well as a bunch of people he doesn't know. He thinks I'm his friend. He doesn't know who you are. And I head off. So I'm just assuming you guys are following me.
Yeah.
Tay,
Yeah, of course.
Tay moves is dealing with the body of the woman. She's kind of dragging it under. As Sendry, Ash, and Luneth follow after Claret. Leading on down, you could see this kind of, as you step out of this sort of chamber, you could see it kind of opens on up into a smaller, like lobby, like hub, like a larger chamber, of which that inner one was connected to. This, in turn, splits in 4 hallways in cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. You're on the eastern end. So you see the eastern tunnel. Esh, by the sounds of it, you and Luneth, you can hear the footfalls, and like a distant sort of growling sound. Ah!
Huh.
What? Did you hear something?
It's none of ours, but it's probably that dog person.
What's that dog person?
I hustle forward.
Notably,
Your dog person.
the eastern and southern halls bear this sort of all around, like the stone archway that leads on into the hall. Very messily, but kind of cool, painted skulls, laughing skulls.
Oh.
Ooh. Am I able to discern which way that guy might have gone to?
You think either the eastern or southern halls, these are the closest ones.
All right, I'll just start heading towards the southern hall and be like, maybe he went this way.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to be that person, but
It is that time.
It is that time.
Time to call it for
You're
tonight.
You run off into the dark complex of the prison, looking for a way out, looking for the boss, looking for some answers. We'll end it there.
Yeah, I'm also literally like unwinding from the fabric of reality as we
Yeah.
speak. So,
Yeah.
At least we had you for the most part this time, right?
You
I don't
discombobulated
even-
a couple times, but it's all good.
I don't even know what it is.
Probably just
He has
weird
cast
connection issues or
Spanish arrow
something.
on
We'll
you.
figure it out.
The weave has you.
I can't believe the weave
Oh
has you.
no.
They will be
Right.
wizards.
They will be wizards.
They'll be wizards.
They will be wizards.
And they will immediately run away from you after doing a little spell.
Bitches.
Immediately around.
They will get clobbered by gnolls. They will
They will.
Become dinner.
become dinner for gnolls.
Oh no.
Probably, actually, yeah. Considering it, no.
I mean, if
So,
he's
like,
now on our
who's
side,
there?
I'd rather be him on our side than not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
fire swords.
a dinner
That's
no.
fine. Sorry. He's very impressed. He's very impressed.
Very
Well,
impressed. I'd be impressed too.
thank you all for joining us for episode 3 of DiceTubers. They will be wizards.
We are
Oh.
halfway through now.
That'll be the end of this episode. Halfway through our series. We'll be back again next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and let's give some shout outs to the peoples here. A little reminder who they are.
Hi,
You
I'm
said-
Dice Queen D.
Say
Oh.
who you are.
Hi, I'm Dice Queen D. I like tabletop RPGs. You want someone to prepare Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition? I do that tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I do that tomorrow.
Hi, my name's Jin Kitsu. I like to play challenging and difficult video games. If you want to watch me yell and definitely not abuse table Chen, I'll be playing Sekiro tomorrow. Actually, we're near the end, so
You could just say that you're an M. It's okay.
a what?
A what?
An M.
Oh,
An
a
M.
what?
An M.
An M.
I don't know what you're talking
You know,
about.
if there's an M and then there's the S, and you're certainly not that
Like
one.
M&Ms and Skittles.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah,
You were like
go with
M&Ms. You're like an M&M.
Anyway, Olivia.
Swallow likes to get crushed.
Yeah, I'm Olivia. I'm Vampire Mom. I like dead old MMOs, so come watch me on Saturday when I put my viewers. We play some D&D online, so it's more D&D, except it's dead and old.
Are the servers
Dead and
even,
old.
are the servers still running?
Yo.
Is that a thing?
Yo, I got actually a lot of viewership on that stream. A lot of the regulars who play the game still count on that stream. It worked pretty well. I was
It's kind
shocked.
of wild. Like, I can't believe the servers are still up. That's insane.
It's only 15 years. Look, D. They still make EverQuest 1 expansions. Okay.
No fucking way.
I do every year. Every single year, EQ1 gets a new expansion. Every single year. Every single year.
Poggers.
And I'm Lou. I'm a cool guy, and I'm made of flesh.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Nice. Freaking flesh tuber.
Flesh tuber.
Well, thank you all for coming by. Make sure you give a follow here so you don't miss anything. Make sure you follow these 3 because they're awesome and I like all of them and they wouldn't be here unless I like them and their content. So you should check
Thank
all
you
of them
for
out.
having us.
Absolutely. And I'll see you all again next week. And then here on the channel, I'll see all you guys on Wednesday. I have a few ideas what I'm doing. Might involve a monkey and some bubbles. And some
David Cage.
and some sports balls on the Super
Oh.
Nintendo. And
Wait, it was for the Super Nintendo?
it's Spanky's Quest, yeah.
Wait. What? Wait, I thought you were talking about Super Monkey Ball.
No, not Super Monkey Ball. No, something else.
You use all
really
of the
cute.
things, monkeys and balls and sports. And I'm
I
like,
guess it
what
does
else am I
describe
supposed
it
to
too,
expect?
doesn't it? Well, obviously an obscure Super Nintendo game that my friend Dan Video Games likes to play. Anyway,
Wild.
we're all getting out of here. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Say goodnight, guys.
Hi.
Ah.
Bye-bye.
This video was brought to you by the power and the support of the mighty executive gamers, who are known as Adam Admar, Greenlow, as well as the licensed gamers, who go by the names of Aaron Bunny, Gaijin, Lissa, Madam Melody. Let it also be known that these gamers, oh, they are certified gamers. Do you also wish to become a gamer who is certified? Head on over to patreon.com/Foxandra to pledge your support today, and you can become a gamer who is certified.